sweating.
Grant Holt, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good.
Good. Here at Carrow Road. Made an
Old stomping
on the road
mate.
again.
Old stomping ground for Brownie.
Couldn't find his way in though.
No.
Still got lost.
Cold Sweats, another club that'll get Cold Sweats are coming back.
You weren't that bad, are you?
Take the mic. You nearly kept a straight face there.
The last time I played here, I put one in the top corner on the half volley.
That was good.
15 seconds it took him.
Eh?
Bring it up.
To bring it up, yeah.
Well, I was obviously.
You didn't even say hi to us. You went, remember Michael? What
What about that volley? What about that volley? By the way, you all right? Yeah, I was good.
He said he had to see you just so he could relive it to his salary 2 times.
Was it this goal, Grant?
It was.
I might just go off
fine,
into a daze, man. I might just go off into a daze halfway through and just be thinking about it. Yeah.
It was a good goal though.
Yeah, we're in the top 50 anyway.
What, of all time?
Nah, thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah,
got us out of
appreciate
shit
it.
again.
Well,
So you live down here now?
yeah, I've been back about 4 years now, yeah. So I just live not far. So I'm pretty lucky, you know what I mean? The club have sorted me right out with like doing the ambassador stuff and coaching and stuff, so I've been pretty lucky. So when I snapped my knee, we moved back down here from Wigan, so that's
We
good.
spoke about this last week, about Neil Shipley saying that Chelsea just fucked the old players off. Norwich are one of the best for it. I mean, you look at Simon Lappin, Drury, they're all getting jobs in.
Yeah, I
around
think
the club.
there was a spell here where there weren't, and I think a lot of the old boys like got peed off really. You know what I mean? Like Jeremy Goss, for instance, someone like him, he got binned off for a while by certain people and we didn't really want to come back. And we used to ask him all the time, come and do this, come and do the charity game. He just didn't want to do it, and eventually, obviously, with Ben Kensel, head of commercial, and Stuart Webber and stuff. Now they think they appreciate what we do and what we have done, and I think it's good to see all the old boys go around. I think even the players who go up the training ground, we go in and see them. We've done a good thing this year where anyone that makes a debut, you get given your shirt, and it's an old boy who comes back and does it. So there's loads to live around here. You know what I mean? I was with Rob Newman yesterday having a chat and stuff. So, but like for someone like Gossie this year, we've got Gossie and Ambassador Hooks is one of the lounges. Adam's still here, Laps and stuff. So no, it's good.
It's the way it should be, man. I think.
They're not
Thing is,
inviting you back.
Nah, I mustn't have changed my number since then.
To be fair,
I can't get in touch with him.
They won't even give you a fucking ticket. Do you mind the fucking roll?
to be fair, when I mentioned it was coming, and I left his name to last, and then literally I tried to say it was someone else. But
It's his brother.
We got we put it out on Twitter, and I think it's the most questions we've had so far. Although I got some stick about because I put WWE superstar as a bit of a crack, and I didn't realise people take it that serious. I think you don't find that it's WWE, it's World Wrestling
yeah,
Championship.
they did take to get a bit too uptight, don't they? But I mean, it's brilliant, isn't it?
How did you
Did
get
you
it?
do it?
Oh my god! I just said it's so hard, eh? Like you think, oh, it's dead easy going, you hit him, you lift him up, you slam him, this, and you think, oh, this will be a piece of piss. And then when I got asked to do it, so the boys who do it at WAW, they're literally like down there where the show is, and they'll do all the bits. And I said they do for charity. They do loads for like little kids with cancer and everything like that. And I tried to do one for a little boy who had cancer. They'd done a benefit show for him, and I was like, look, I'll try and get there. And I couldn't do it in the end. Things happened. I couldn't really get there, so I'm really sorry. Put a tweet out. Sorry, go and support. And that was basically it. And then I said to him, right, next year I'm going to retire regardless, and I'll do it. So the summer just gone. I said I'll do it. And then me being me starts getting excited. Oh, where can I do it? I'll do Carrow Road. So I speak to the club saying, can we do it on the pitch? So we literally done it like right in the corner there, and like 4,500 there. And I think, oh, this will be a breeze. And then you start training for it. Oh my fucking god! I literally went in the first thing, and he's like, do this, do that. I'm like, what do I do? Like, he's like, get him in a headlock, and I'm like, well, which bit? And like, it's so technical in like how you got to do stuff.
So do we not, as a WWE fan, do I not appreciate how hard it is?
Yeah, how hard it is to actually the concept of what they do when you see it real time and see how do it live. Like I've done a thing with Jimmy Bullard, and he came up to
he
do
must
it.
be able to body slam Jimmy.
Yeah,
Surely he's
yeah.
God.
But he came in and said, so he walks in the door and he's like, oh, you all right? Yeah. And we've got like a young lad, Ricky Knight Jr., who's like destined to, he'll be WWE and he'll do all that. And literally Jimmy walked through the door, and as he's done it, Ricky's ran full length for the corner, jumped up, backflip, landed, and fucking went into someone. Jimmy's like, I'm not fucking wrestling. And it's like the concept of what they do, they put the body through, and you're thinking, fucking hell, like, how do you do it? Do you know what I mean? The necks and the injuries and stuff. And I said, man, it's fucking weird. I'm here, like, so I went to the airport. So I've drove in, we're doing the show here. Next minute, I'm like, drove the airport and I fucking had to go and pick him up because I had nowhere to pick him up. So I'm driving there Heathrow, and next to me I've got like Luke Hawkes next to me. I've got one of the girls with me, and next to me I'm picking up fucking badass Billy Gunn. And it's like so anyway.
What a name, by the way. What a name.
But like I'm watching from a kid, and like you're watching him and that, and you're thinking so anyway, obviously they flew over now, so I picked one up at Gatwick, then went to get the rest from Heathrow, banged them in the car. So next minute, like I'm driving along like that, and then it just dawned on me. I'm thinking, I look left and thinking, that's fucking Billy Gunn. And he's like, honestly, his arm was fucking massive. His hand was massive. Yeah, it was honestly, it was huge. I couldn't, when you don't realise how big I'm thinking, he's fucking massive. And the next minute I thought, so I got back and driving along thinking, this isn't surreal. Next minute, like his hand basically fucking comes over like that, and you hear like a big thud on the middle of the dashboard, and just sitting there randomly, he's like a Hall of Fame WWE ring. I'm like,
he wears his
ring, yeah, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm thinking like, that's badass Billy Gunn. He was just like the most surreal.
The road dog Jesse James, not with him.
Yeah, it's just like the most like surreal fucking moment in my life. I'm
so
thinking,
what are they? Actors or athletes or
both?
A combination of
both.
Did you have to work on a character?
Not really, because I just had to be me.
Yeah.
So we all knew that the majority of people were going to come was for seeing me wrestle kind of thing, and they've got persona, they do what they do, and obviously a lot of acting involved in it, but obviously the physical side of it, like they'll do. The boys this week have been on all the camps, so I think one of them's done like 32 shows in like 4 weeks, and like you're putting your body through that all the time, and the canvas is like that. It's not nice and chilled. It's like literally, it's like that with a little bit of cushioning, because it needs that bounce in the slam. And like you go off the top rope now, you land, you're thinking, fucking hell, what
have I got myself into here?
I got the biggest shiner here I've ever had in my life. The guy kicked me on the shoulder. As he's kicked me, he fucking slipped and literally got banged in the face. And I got up and I'm like, that's fucking sore. Do you know when you know it's sore? I was literally like, for the whole fight, I was like trying to iron it out.
Didn't you win it though? Didn't you win a Royal Rumble or something?
Yeah, the first one won the Royal Rumble, yeah. So it was like just a ad hoc thing. They said, I was literally driving back from, we've been training in the background, because me being me, I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it fucking properly.
I want to win.
No, I want to win. Yeah, but I want to do it properly. So I don't want to swarm in there and hit someone with a clothesline like you see everyone done, a little slap and a lift. And which is quite easy to do. I'm thinking, I'm not doing that. If I'm going to go in there, I want to do it fucking properly. So I've been training for ages. So I was driving back from BT, and they rang me up and said, look, are you confident? I'm like, confident to do what? I was like, we're going to stick you in the Rumble because someone's let us down. Do you fancy coming in? Because I know you come to the show anywhere. Do you want to come in? And I was like, I don't really know what to fucking do. So I literally went, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll get in there anyway. So I literally drove back in the car from doing BT, same gear on, straight to the venue, straight out and fucking won the Rumble.
Oh, did they tell literally that day?
Yeah, same day, yeah.
Is there a big following them around here? Because there's the girl in WWE.
Yeah, Paige. Well, that family's obviously with Paige, so there's a big following around here for the rest, and these go all over the place and do all sorts. So I said they're doing all the shows. I think there's another big one in November. I think it's at Skegness. They're trying to get me into, but I'll wait and see.
Do you fancy a name? Or you just,
I'm quite happy with my own one. Why are you trying to fucking change it by default?
What would you give him?
I don't know. The Grudge Holt.
Fucking good.
That'll do it. But bad. That's
Off the cuff. I'll take that.
That weren't bad.
Grant the Grudge.
Grant the Grudge.
Grant the Grinder Grudge.
Come on, full black outfit.
The Grinder.
Okay, health and safety going mad. No, everyone tries to do that. I always try and nick like the Incredible Holt and stuff from like Hibs and stuff like that, because it's all like stupid stuff. So I just go out as myself, you know what I mean? They get all dressed up and I just wear like whatever I want, football gear.
Speedos?
Yeah, just going, I can't Speedos. Let myself go a little bit since I finished. Cover up as much as you can. That was always a rule when you play, when it get the Under Armour party nose. As many as you can get on. That was it.
Without being uncalled for attack.
I was saying before, when I was telling you that story about Rochdale, when you done that to my mate, when you stood in his chest.
See, I can't remember it, mate.
It was the funniest thing. So literally played the game and he's fucking, my mate's gone in this big tackle. Oh, fucking it, Parky, a good tackle, ball rolls out. Ref turns one way, Parky stands up and walks clean over his fucking chest. Literally get home on the night. He's like, I've never had the wing go out with someone so much in my life. And literally gets home at night. He's sat there, we're watching telly, and he's like, still could breathe. Literally just the stud marks of the big man standing there. He said sorry after he walked over him. Like,
yeah, man, I could be a bit nasty at times. I must have been having a bit of a shitter. If I'm having a shitter, mate, I could be nasty.
You were Tipton scored as per usual. So.
Yeah, he's I'd forgot about playing against you back then. To be honest.
They were. I was the things that you look through. I was doing that book and the autobiography, and you look back at the teams and the players that were in them divisions. You think, fucking hell, like, it's mad. You wouldn't see them names now.
No.
I've seen some of you wouldn't see them because we'd all be in the 23s. Or we'd be in an academy. You know what I mean? Like, we had to go out and play football at 18. You had to go. And, if you weren't playing in the first team or in and around it, you were gone, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was like, now you get
That's how it should. We've spoke about it quite a lot, haven't we? The kids are fucking no chance.
Do you know the only thing? Seeing it, some people aren't ready. So they'll talk about people who, I think there's a lot of people, and we talk about lads who go non-league and then come back that maybe needed that little bit more time. Like, use Vardy, for example, because he's probably the most everyone speaks about. If he'd have another 2 or 3 years to maybe mature a little bit and knowing the game, would he have gone there quicker? Do you know what I mean? It's hard one to balance between the two. There's too many players, obviously, that are in there and they're never going to get anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like we talk about the Chelsea thing. It's like they can't. They play here Norwich tomorrow, and they're going about this ban. Like, they can't spend this, and they're going to struggle because of this and that. Let's not forget, they had 40 people on loan.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
2 years ago, everyone's on about how many lads they had out on loan. So they had 40 players on loan. So why are they out on loan for 40 of them? They should have a good enough squad to compare with the Premier League.
They should be ready now.
Same,
Well.
we spoke about in Carrot Way down. You know this thing with Bury.
Yeah.
Surely it'd be worth Man United just fucking paying the.
Do you know who is though?
2.5 million, and just say, right, every month there's going to be 5 players from here on loan.
I know, but can you do that though? Can you do that? Because it's the same thing. It's
Set a
like
precedent.
Yeah, but if I was a Carlisle fan, I'd rather the board then go to the wall for one. You have a little right go, try and get promoted. If they don't get promoted, we're going to go bust now. Right, who's round Newcastle? Right, we need £2 million. So Mike Ashley probably give us it just to take the glove off. But we want £2 million now. Give us 5 of your best players, and we'll have them for the whole year, and we'll stay in the league. It can't happen, can it?
But even if you just fed them in every now and again,
no, but you can't keep doing that, can you? That's what I'm saying. I heard a guy made a good point the other day, and he's saying, the EFL should take over them, get them structured again, get them proper and do it. You can't even do that. You can't do it because it's self-owned or endorsed by someone else. They end up going in there one and saying, I'll have it. We might as well go and buy them for £1 now, Bury, and go, it's fine because the EFL's coming next week and sort us out. Or we'll have one good season, get all the lads in and lump it up. And it's so hard to do. And then you look at the people underneath who've been Wrexham, who've been in the National League for that many years, or they'd stepped in with us. So it's a load of bollocks. The thing is, they just need to do better checks. People are going in to try and make money out of the football clubs, and this and the other. Unfortunately, someone's going to go to the wall, and it looks like it's going to be Bury, which is, as a Rochdale fan, if I was going to pick one, it'd be Bury, but you know what I mean?
I hope we've not got any fucking Bury fans. So it's come from my way and fucking Bury in first 7 minutes.
But that's what I mean. But that's what I said. It's harsh with whoever it is, no matter what your team are. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to go, and we've seen it with, remember Dagenham, Rochdale Diamonds. Do you know what I mean? They had all the emphasis, they've done everything, they built that fantastic stadium that ended up I don't even think it's there anymore, is it now? Has it been turned into the houses or something like that? And you think they had a right go and they've done it, and they went to and then poor fans just literally disappeared. It's harsh, isn't it? But same with Bolton now. Do you know what I mean? You go there and it's a skeleton, isn't it?
It's just the fact that it's 3 clubs in such a close proximity, isn't it? So you've got Bury struggling, Macclesfield weren't getting paid for however long were they, and obviously Bolton.
It's just hard, isn't it?
All these owners are supposed to be reviewed, aren't they? And the finances looked at, but it's obviously not being done correctly.
Do you know what pissed me off the other day? The biggest thing about the whole thing, I heard that idiot come on Talk Sport the other day.
The chairman?
Yeah, the chairman come on. And the biggest thing that pissed me off was he went, well, you have been paid because the PFA's helped you. And I was like, well, hang on a fucking minute. No matter if you're if you're lending the money off the PFA, you haven't paid them. They still owe you the money.
You've had half your money.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, cheers.
Half of them,
Hey, top man.
Yeah,
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
In your business, I'll just pay half you, half your wage, and you'll be all right.
Somebody else has paid half of your wages this month. You should be fucking thankful.
Yeah, you should really have. And the thing that really pissed me off is like, PFA gets so much shit for everything they're doing, and there's things that aren't great in there, but there's things that do really, really well, and people talk about that. They're now bailing the lads out for the players because some fucking idiot can't be asked to do it.
Yeah.
And that money could go into dementia or other stuff, but they still have to have that fund there just in case idiots like that happen. And the cheek that he came out and said, oh, you've been paid off the PFA, but I'm going to pay them back. I couldn't fucking turn around the PFA and say, oh, I'm going to come and lend some money off you because I need to buy a car next week, but I'll give you back a few weeks. And it's not their responsibility.
He's been on this morning saying anybody wants to make any fucking donations.
Cat's been out
if anyone wants to make any donations, you'll get your money back in 2.5%.
He's in town doing a puppet show.
Yeah, send him a taxi in time to fucking leave, you twat. We got it for $3 million and said, no, it's not enough. Are you fucking on drugs?
Something's not right.
He bought it for £1, didn't he?
Yeah.
Buy for £1, so...
He took the debt on, he said, though. Or you obviously knew that when you bought for £1, you clown.
So I remember playing against you when you were at Rochdale. I was only 18 or something. And if you'd said to us then, don't mean this any... No disrespect at all, but if you'd said that,
He's going to insult you.
He's going to get. Listen, I'm getting this out. It's like the old. You're not the best looking.
Could be getting a ring out of you. If you'd said to us then that you're going to go all the way, I'd have probably said, nah. I thought that could be a level. When did you realise that you can hold your own and you can go all the way?
I don't think you ever can though, can you? Do you know what I mean? It's like, when you're going through that process and you're playing, you just play because you do what you do. Do you know what I mean? Like, every time, what I always say, the best thing I ever done is I learned off people all the time. Do you know, like, nick little bits of that, don't do that anymore, that's a bad run, this, that, and the other. I remember playing Sheffield Wednesday, we played Brighton. I actually scored in the game, we give a penalty where Bobby Zamora scored. We both went down on the same day, unbelievably, on my debut. Dave Besant in goals. That's how long ago it was.
Jesus Christ, I think, how old are you?
Old enough. And I remember making this run down the channel, and I stepped in and I went that way like I'd done in non-league all my time, and then turn left, went to run left, and as I've turned left I just felt this train hit me, and literally I've gone down and like literally nausea's gone, blood everywhere. I'm thinking, fucking hell, what was that? And Danny Cullup grabbed me by the pinch me and went, you alright, son? As he picked me up, I was like, he said, I don't know what happened there. And I was like, just like something as simple as that, never made that run ever again. What I'd done 2 minutes later was I raked him down back of the Achilles because I went inside him. But
see, you've always got to get him back. You've got to get him back.
You can knock it. It's very rare we get them. And I just learned. It's like Rochdale had Ricky Lambert. First year I had Paul Tate. Paul Tate was brilliant in the air, winning everything, and I just ran off him. Then Rick played up front with Ricky. Ricky was more come and get it. I had to stay hired and just learn different bits. But I had the same as you. I think until you move and I got with better players, it's easier. The better players become, not I mean, playing here with Wes Hoolan's like a fucking dream.
Yeah,
it's like, you give him the ball, I'll make any runner want, he'll find you. You know what I mean? I had Chris Commons at Forrest. Anytime he got the ball out on his left foot, you know it was coming in with quality. Do you know what I mean? And it just became easier. I still done the similar stuff that I'd done all the way through. I was just lucky that I'd scored the goals, I got the right move at the right time, and kind of all the way through there. I probably got better as I got older because I learned more.
Just knowing where to be at what
just
time.
Knowing what to do.
Just knowing what not to do as well. There's no point fucking chasing your ass in corners. Because when it's important and you need to make a run, if you're fucked because you've just run 60 yard in corner.
That's what I've done.
I've
done this.
You just never learned, did you? I'll just keep running. Fuck it, I'll just keep running.
He ran out that fire exit at one point. It's funny, it's the hardest time. I struggled. People laugh at this when I say this. When I went back to Shrewsbury, I struggled because I've been at Nottingham Forrest and I literally had like Chris Cott, like Sammy Kling and people like Wes Morgan and James Perch. You can go through them like the league championship team, you're thinking ridiculous really, and you had that quality. You knew what was going to happen all the time and you knew what the defenders were going to do, and you kind of knew, you got in your mindset of how I needed to play in that moment. And I was coming off the line like into feet a little bit too more because they like to bounce it and this, that and the other. So when I went to Shrewsbury and you got like people like Ben Hurden like getting out his feet and just hitting the channel because that's what you got told to do, and I had to run the channels. I had to learn that it was going to happen again instead of me coming here and everything was going over my head. So I had to learn quickly that back to the premise of like I had Ben Davis on one side who was unbelievable with crosses and Chris Humphries. So you now learn that I didn't need to link. They'd just run down the line and cross the ball in. So it was like learning them processes back to like stripping it back down, and that's what like it was good to drop back in.
You released at 18 at Carlisle, and then you got yourself about then, didn't you? Singapore, Australia.
Do you want to reread them notes? Or?
Is he fucked up already?
Yeah, already, yeah. Do you want to read them again? Or?
Right, so this is the first time we've got into his actual career.
Out that matters.
The important stuff there. I take it you fucking not read the autobiography then either. No? One point, I never ever got released from Carlisle. I left from my own accord at 15.
All right, okay.
I left from my own accord at 15.
Not 18, 15.
15. And then at 18, I got to move from Workington down to Halifax, and then I got released from Halifax at 18. Well, just after my dad had passed away, yeah. So you can... So I basically...
Halifax full-time or part-time?
So, yeah, so I got to... Basically what happened was there was a guy who was in Halifax, and he was like on the like bit of the directors, knew all the directors and stuff, and he's from Workington. So he came to watch a game on the weekend. So he was on the piss for the weekend for a christening, came to watch the game, went back down to Halifax and said, look, there's a boy here, maybe want to have a little punt at him. So they bought me for like 10 grand. So I went down there, had a year there, and then literally My dad went away on holiday, came back in the January or whatever it was, and then basically ended up dying in the September. But I was in the middle of like it was a shame really in terms of the football as well, because I just had a really good pre-season, working my arse off, and then literally in the space of that he passed away, so I ended up going back on loads of working and stuff, and then
did you obviously, because your dad passing, did you just lose football? I asked about football.
It was a little bit. I went to working and I was on loan there, and I was like, I know you shouldn't really be there, but it was like kind of like I need to go because I want to be home for my mum and family and all that and this and the other. And I basically done what I was 18 to do, go out and get pissed, and every Saturday with the lads and play at work and do whatever I wanted to do, and it just didn't really work. And I kind of just thought to myself, fuck, I need to get my ass back here, because it's not going to happen. And in the meantime, the manager had been sacked, Mark Lillis, and Peter Butler had both gone at the same time, so the two people that brought me in, and then Paul Bracewell then ended up coming in, and I was literally fucking came back. I was in the building about a week, and he went, you're not good enough, son, you can leave. I was like, oh, cheers. So
it took him as long as that to realise.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Yeah, only had 2 sessions, and that was it. So I went back to Barra. I fucked off to Barra, and then in the middle of that, I went to Australia in the summer for a month, and then basically the manager from Australia the year after had gone to Singapore, so I literally went there for 4 months. It was the best thing I ever done. I'd gone Barra for the full season, finished there in the May, went to Singapore in like the second week in May. And then I ended up having free 4 months over the whole pre-season. So literally the whole pre-season, I've basically done it up at, in Singapore. So I was fucking fit, I'd lost all the weight because I was running like a lunatic. And the only reason I came back, I had a 2-year deal in Singapore. And the only reason I came back, I'd been training with Carlisle and playing a few games. And this is kind of half, I'll give you a little bit because there's a little bit in there, even though you didn't mean it to go that way. And I'd Carlisle, I was supposed to sign for them, and they were in administration. So I'd fucked off, and Roddy Collins had said, look, when I'm ready to sign you, I'll bring you back and we'll get it all done. Of course, being a Carlisle fan, I was like, absolutely. So I fucked off Singapore, got a phone call off Carlisle saying, look, we're all agreed, contracts here, there's your money, get your ass back, get it signed, we want you in the da-da-da-da. So I fucking got the flight back. I was back a week, nothing. 2 weeks, nothing. 3rd week, they went, we can't sign you now. I was like, you're fucking killing me. And he's like, no, we can't do it. We're still in admin. We can't sign you, so we're going to sign someone else and take. I was like, you fucking prick. I was fucking raging.
You were a bit faulty, weren't you?
Yeah, Rod was all right. He kind of had all the promises, like stuff was going on, and it didn't really materialise. But I never really. The only time I seen him afterwards, I was fucking coming out of the office at Rochdale. I was been speaking to Steve Parkin. Came out of the office. Oh no, yeah. Big Steve. So I came out of the office, and they were signing Paddy McCourt. That's back to Ireland, and literally as I walked down, he's like, big man, how are you? Fucking punched me in the ribs, Paddy. I swear I nearly broke my rib.
Did you want to give him back?
I was like, all right, Rod. I was like, you all right? I was like, fucking hell. And that's the only time I've seen him. So basically I went back to Barra then, and literally within about 3 months I'd end up going and trial, like 4 months trial at Sheffield Wednesday, but I didn't want to go on it. I've been on loan at I've been on trial at Exeter, and the manager got sacked the day after I got on a trial. A bit of a fucking curse, really, to be honest.
Jesus Christ!
So don't let us in the building. You're going to get sacked.
Enjoy it Wednesday.
Yeah, brilliant. It's honestly one of the best experiences when I went there.
So Sheffield Wednesday are in the Championship here.
Championship, yeah. So
and Barra are in.
They were in Unibond Prem at the time.
So some fucking
yeah. I literally went there the first 2 weeks and kind of was just did training with the first team and stuff. And then because we weren't really doing much, I ended up being on the bench. And the first game I came on was against, we had like a couple of like 5 minutes, but proper one. I came on against Portsmouth when they were just about to win the league. Fucking remember walking in Fratton Park. So I walked in Fratton Park thinking, and the place was bouncing. It was then Harry and Frank and out with all that. And the
Couch
there. No, I don't think Todd Roth, Merson, Sherwood, all them lot. David James and that in goals, proper team. They were pissing the league. They could win the game that day. We were doomed. You know what I mean? Everyone rate us off. They don't need a point. So I remember walking in, like places heaving, bouncing all around. This, not really been at like kind of felt that atmosphere for fucking walking down, and the woman's walking there with the little trolley full of beers and champagne pastas. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here?
They might as well just give it to him.
I was like, this idea that I'm fucking sitting there, and honestly, I've never been so nervous. I don't really ever get nervous, and I'm literally sitting on the bench and. So I'm like fucking sitting there, and it's fucking Harry and Jim, we're having a laugh, Harry and Jim, and this fucking place is going nuts, and the guy's there with the hat on with all his, and he was bouncing. They've gone 1-0 up, and they literally gone 1-0 up, and it's like the place has got even louder. And then next minute, Chris Turner turns around and goes, "Right, ready, Holt, get ready, you're going." I'm thinking,
Michael ready?
Yeah, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I don't want to go on here. I literally like gear on anyway. I'm thinking I'd warmed up, been getting abuse all the way down. Who are you? This and they come back in and literally start. As we walked on the pitch, Westwood came in and scored header 1-1, and it literally went. It was like 10 minutes to go or whatever, and we're like, oh, that might be enough point. We need that point. So we're now on defensive mode. Literally, 2 banks. They're still bouncing. They've got the draw just, and it was like 93rd.
So the draw was good enough for them.
Yeah, draw was good enough.
Yeah.
They're done. 93rd minute standard, ball comes down the channel, me can't leave, go, Holt being a nuisance, fucking gets across, elbows someone, gives a free kick away, and he's got the free kick, and say like landed here, and say I'm going to, so the defender had it here, I'm like arguing with the referee, I'm like, that's not foul. So he went to pass it to Brownie, but as he's passed it, the ref played on and went live. Mike already nipped in, took the ball, went full length and scored 2-1. Both races,
Clever assist.
both things went absolutely pub. Redditors has gone through. We've scored. Wednesday fans are going mad, and like literally they're all going ballistic. The fans are going nuts, and literally that was it. Walked out with a 2-1. And I was like, oh my god. And the week after he said, oh, you're playing against like Brighton. I'm thinking, oh my god, like relegation
At
battle.
home?
At their bit.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I scored, and then I went up for I went back for a long throw. Danny Cullup gave me a shove, basically basketball slammed it, and the referee give it, and they scored. We both went down the same day. But I
You were
absolutely
a
loved it.
character, weren't you? Ready?
Oh, what a guy!
Michael
What a
Reddy
guy.
he came to
He's
York.
an agent now.
Is he? Fucking
He's
hell,
an
man.
agent, yeah.
I didn't even think he'd be able to spell it. Jesus, he was slack as a bag of knackers. Wasn't he?
He was.
He's some guy.
He came over from Ireland, didn't drink, was a
Yeah.
virgin. Within 6 weeks, he was an alcoholic.
An alcoholic shagger.
With a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Started in.
Full works.
Oh, he's mad.
Good lad though,
He
wasn't
came
he?
on loan to York. I think it was from Sunderland then.
He probably. He might have been, yeah. Actually, yeah.
He came to York on loan
Will
from
he be?
Sunderland, so he came in some fucking pickles, like. So I think he definitely ate the drink. he definitely found out how good it were.
It's not like the Irish to come over and enjoy the drink, is it? But it's a great, unbelievable club. Unbelievable, like the rivalry between them, Sheffield United, and I never really got to. I got one of my biggest bollockens ever because we played them in a friendly. Played the reserve game when the reserve game was a reserve game. Then when they actually meant something, and we played Sheffield United in this thing, and we had a trialist. What's his name? No, I can't remember the trialist's name anyway. We had a pen to go 1-0 up and literally like 10 minutes to go, and I always took the pens, and literally this trialist was desperate to take it, so he's like now grabbing him, like he's got the ball and thinking I'm not fighting with him in the middle of a reserve game like for a pen. Like he fucking missed, didn't he? As he missed, ball comes up, 9 off, fucking dragged me for not taking a pen. Chris Turner absolutely mullered me like, you're a disgrace, it's a derby and this that, and the other. I was like, fucking hell, Chris.
He played Sheffield Wednesday. He was a big Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing with someone on the fucking reserve game for a penalty. Do you know what I mean?
Especially not trialist day.
Do you know what I mean? Trialist. I was like, fucking hell. And then that was, do you know, that was probably the kind of the curve of like me leaving. From that moment, it was kind of like I wasn't playing. That he had loads of. To be fair, he had so much pressure on him to like do well and like bring people in. He'd sign people and this and the other. And I remember just meeting him. He said, "Oh, I want to leave, kind of thing." And he's like, "Nah, I don't really want you to go out and loan anywhere." And then next minute, I got a phone call saying, "Oh, Steve Parker's been on the phone. Rochdale want to sign you." So he said, "Do you want to go and have a meeting with him?" And then I met that fucking lunatic, and then never looked back. So
Do you think you? It seems like you really kicked on there as a player from Rochdale.
the only time I love Rochdale, I said the only thing that gripes me still to this day, Chris Turner didn't last that much longer, and it's like my journey took ages to get to where I wanted to be, and then obviously Paul Sturrock came in, and he'd already tried to sign me a couple of times at Plymouth, and you're thinking, you know, when you just think to yourself, if I'd only sat, but if I kept my mouth shut, sat another couple of months, I had another year and a half left, just kept my mouth shut, and you just never know. And then they went on to the year after, got promoted into the Championship. So what can you do?
Steve fucking Parker.
With Parker?
He's in my top 3 shit list, by the way.
What?
Steve Parker.
As in what?
Prick. He's in my top 3.
Don't get him started, Holt, man.
Yeah.
Steve, I got him. He was brilliant for me. He's brilliant for me.
Did you tell him to fuck off once?
He was going to kill me. Yeah.
Kill you, mate. Fucking hell. Fold him up like. Well,
you could have got him in a pal drive now.
Fold him up.
Take anyone now. Hull wanted to kill me. Yeah, he'd moaned about me going to channel. They'll give him the ball away left, right, centre. I just told him to fuck off, and then Afterwards, we went in and he's going fucking bliss. You fucking ever tell me to fucking da-da-da-da.
Did he go for you?
I proper went for his eye, like fucking nailing me. And lucky I had big Gareth Griffiths, who we were talking about before, right next to me. He's like, shut up. I was like, nah, fuck
Oh, you were
it.
going back?
Oh, yeah. After full chomping, I was hooked on the line. And he's like, you fucking get out. And this, that, the other. But he was brilliant for me. Like, he was kind of the character at the time that I needed. You know, like just stern. You know what I mean? Like,
So
do this.
Did he come to Barnsley while you were still at Rochdale?
He'd been to Barnsley.
Oh, right.
He'd
So
been to Barnsley.
we'd found out what a dickhead he was
So-
and fucked him off.
He's at Rochdale, then he'd gone to Barnsley, then he came back to
So
Rochdale.
he fucked me off from Barnsley.
Did he?
Yeah, and I can understand that he did fuck us off because I was a loose cannon at 17 to 29 or whatever.
So
Loose
that's maybe why he fucking stuck on me then.
Yeah.
We thought similarity.
But he, obviously had a fucking big deal with him. Then he came to Hull as assistant manager with Phil Brown.
With Phil, yeah.
But I was like established then, my character and that, and mate, he was fucking up my ass and that, and I just had to tell him, just stay away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. Just stay away from me.
Yeah, he was good. I said he's good, brilliant for me. Actually, he had that in the locker though. He had the best fucking handshake ever. He used to come here like a gun. Boom.
He used to, I don't know if it was.
He used to come here. From here.
Take it hard.
Come in and go.
If he goes from here and gets your neck there, then gets your neck moving there, isn't it?
That could be a trademark.
The parking.
That's it, yeah. Might have to copyright that and lock it down. Well, do you know, it's good for me because when I went there, we had all the old heads back. Do you know what I mean? Similar to when I was at Halifax, I had like Paul Storman and Mitchell and Chris Wilder and people like that, Lee Butler and proper old boys.
Talking of handshakes, by the way,
Lee Butler, yeah, it just breaks your hand, doesn't it?
What, solid?
The best of all
the
time.
best guy. Proper.
Yeah.
His hand, it does help that his hands are about that big, do you know what I mean? But yeah, we had all them boys at Halifax. It was kind of the old. They were good to me when my dad had passed away. Now they were brilliant, do you know what I mean? Chris and everyone like that. And then obviously when I went to Rochdale, you had pretty similar with Gareth and Wayne Evans and Neil Edward, like all different old boys with a little mix in between. So it's just easy, just ran like a lunatic, and we all like lads lived there, and we had loads of younger ones who all lived in little different apartments, which was pretty good to be fair.
Do you think Sheffield Wednesday, looking back, was too much too soon to get to Championship, and then you drop down to League Two, and then built up from that point?
Not for me, really. I just think it was a case of more with the pressure was on the manager because they needed to get up. It wasn't the pressure on me. If he'd gone and played me for like 20 games that year, I'd have scored goals comfortably. We played Burnley. We beat Burnley 7-1 in the Championship. The week after we got relegated, we absolutely battered. I didn't even score, but I was on absolute fire. I was ready to go. But it's the fact that he had the pressure the year after of coming in and getting people in and playing them. And when you're in the moment, you don't think about it. When you get older, like we are now, you can kind of you see like why he's nervous, why he needs to do it. You don't realise then, do you? You just think you prick and this and this. And it's fucking just football at the end of the day. You don't see that when you're younger though. But in hindsight, it's like there's a amount of times you think, oh, we should have stayed.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the way it is, isn't it? But what a great club.
When Forrest then come in for you must again you're getting up that ladder again, thick and fast.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You kind of there was bids before. I nearly went. Swansea offered about 100 grand the year before in the January, and they're like, no, you're not getting sold. And I'd signed a new contract. I knew what the figure was going to be, what they need to pay us. Everyone knew what it was, and I had a feeling this summer I'm definitely going to go. Do you know what I mean? It was like that kind of thing, and they went, nah, you're not going. And then when we got to January, there was other bids coming in. I was thinking, you're not going.
Where was Swansea then?
Swansea were League
Still in Wales.
Yeah, still in Wales. Still live in the same place.
We're still exactly just on that M4.
Yeah, they don't like me anyway. They're the Swansea fans.
It was cheap, but it worked.
Yeah, it was cheap. Yeah, Swansea fans who won't plug in once a year mind, they fucking hate me down there anyway. Because I was on Twitter once and some Swansea fan, what do you think of Swansea? I went, great club, great chairman, great support, shame the Welsh. I think it didn't really go down that well.
That's not the views of the Undr podcast. I like us Welsh fans.
It didn't really go down that well, and some guy came back with to be fair, I don't know if it was out of the punchline, some guy came back and went, well, that's a bit racist. I went, actually, it's nationalist. And I went, hashtag God save the Queen. And it didn't really go down too well.
Jesus. I didn't think, I never knew had you done. That's controversial.
But it's kind of banter with it, and he was retweeting and going across, and like he ended up getting proper serious. The club were going ballistic. I got a phone call off like the media guy at the time, Joe Fry. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm only having a bit of banter over Twitter. Bit of banter. I've just had the FA on the phone. You fucking this and the other. The FA were trying to fine me like 20 grand. The FA were trying to do it. 20 grand fine for being like for basically, I can't remember the way they quoted it now, whatever it was.
Inciting.
Whatever it was trying to say. And I said, look.
Fighting fucking nationalism.
So I just said so basically my argument was to the FA was, look, if you want to find me for being proud to be English, then away you go with it. Good luck. And that was basically.
No, it's a good way to go in, isn't
Yeah,
it?
basically it was. If you want to find me for proud to be English, the good thing is, and then we literally played them on that weekend, Swansea, and honestly, I walked in, the fucking abuse I got was unbelievable. And literally, I put my foot on the ball, and it's the whole crowd, boo, you fucking fat bastard, you fat cunt, this and the other, the whole game. They weren't so chirpy when I scored 2, we won it anyway, but that's a different story. Fucking brilliant though. Them days are gone, though, and you can't do anything now, can you? You can't have any fun.
We think about it all the time, don't we?
You can't have fun anymore. You can't have fun. I remember doing it with. I was at the crowd. I was in the crowd, and I was getting loads of abuse. I was just stood there waiting for a standard free kick or whatever, going to throw the ball. But I was getting so much abuse, and they're giving it and da da da. And they went, "Oh, do us a favour, fuck off, you fat cunt. You keep calling me fat. Look at the state of you." I said, "Your fucking size, your shirt's massive. Look at you." I said, "You fucking, what's your waist?" And he's like giving him a little bit, and all his mates are laughing around it, right? So like, I didn't think anything of it, and literally, we get phone calls, some fans moan about you abusing him in the crowd. I'm thinking, are you fucking winding me up?
Yeah,
I said he was giving me it for 10 minutes. I made one comment about his shirt, and I'm thinking, just enjoy it for what it is. Do you know what I mean? The fucking idiots.
I used to love getting abused, me.
There's nothing better.
I used to love getting abused, and then when you score, it's like fuck you.
Oh my god, there's nothing better. I used to take the best. The only time we really engaged them was forwards when you give them the ball back in it when they kicked it out.
Yeah.
So you get the time to walk over. I used to always walk over. One of the funniest ones ever. This guy would play. Remember we got beat 7-1 off Colchester, the first day of the season. Fucking pumped. We did. Keeper let 5 in, Michael, and we had them in the return fixture. We played them a dare bit, and they had the massive long throw. And we played them a dare bit, and it was fucking pissing down ridiculous, puddles everywhere, fucking this, that, and the other. So anyway, throw-in goes in. So we now go 2-0 up. We then go 3-0 up, and so anyway, I'll go for this throw-in. I said, referee, I said, this is ridiculous. So every time I go for a fucking throw-in, the ball boy won't give me the towel, and he's like, well, it's his choice. Well, it's not his choice. I said, I need the fucking towel. I want to take a long throw-in. He keeps giving his mate to do a long throw-in. I need to take a towel. So the referee calls him and said, oh, you need to give them the towels. So I was like, fucking first thing. So bear in mind all the Coach fans over there. Next minute, throw-in comes in, goes out of pitch, literally go get the ball on purpose, got the ball by towel. So fucking wash the ball, get the towel, drop it on the floor and stand on it. This fucking fan, desperate to get over the top. Like, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. He was desperate to get
like Andy Murray at Wimbledon. Pass me that towel. Pass me that towel. Let me Zelda.
This fan was desperate to get over the top to fucking fill me in. He could not have given me any more abuse, and I literally just walked off crying. His towel's in the thing. And I was like, oh my god. The game's gone now.
Did you have a long throw in the tank?
No, I just got it just to piss him off. Nothing longer. I literally I didn't even take the throw. I just give it that one, drop the ball, and give it whoever it was.
Drop it in a puddle.
I'll tell you what were a good one. You know that one where you when you're giving it back to him, and if they've stopped play for a foul and you've got to give him it back, like, sporting and that. When I used to half volley him, me. You know what I mean? Just half volley him, and if it went on target, or if it went for a goal kick, then they're starting your pelters again for that.
The goal kick was the best one. If we ever went on for a goal kick.
Ref, I caught it too well, mate. I'm sorry, I caught it too well, ref. I'm really sorry, I just got it too well.
I got you prick. I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't really mean that. But the game's gone now, and you know what I mean? It's just not the same.
It's different, mate. It's
just not the same.
Unbelievably different.
Especially with you just can't do anything now, can you? You can't have a laugh and a giggle, and you get things. And that's what I said. That's what annoyed me about the Swansea thing. Even putting it out there, you responded in a manner of I was retweeting everyone's tweets.
Being yourself.
Yeah. So all the abuse I was getting, I was retweeting them. So it wasn't like I didn't really care. And he's like, oh my god. Fucking nearly got knocked over. Nearly backfired. We played them, and as we were going along, we had noise. You go for a little walk because you bored as shit in the hotel. Went for a little walk, and this fucking car scene as well. You fat cunt! I heard what you said.
You only got building up Friday night.
See you, mate. Shit, get back in the hotel quick.
What chance have you got if lads are walking off the pitch and they've got to cover their mouth?
I'll tell you what's
having a conversation.
Right, I'll tell you what's now. This is what I don't understand, right? So now, if I'm at the Liberty now and I'm getting subbed, and I get subbed over here in the corner, I've got to fucking walk all the way around the pitch.
Yeah. Closest point of
Imagine
exit
doing
or something,
that.
Isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Imagine that now. Imagine you'd done that and you had to walk all the way around.
Something's going to happen. Something will happen.
Of course it will.
Another Grealish thing.
Yeah.
Somebody will do it. You
happened
imagine
to me at
that.
Birmingham.
So imagine a Barnes. I remember at Barnsley, I got sent off for Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, well, that's fucking...
43 minutes for a dive. Second yellow, I got sent off for diving. It was a pen as well. But I was in the derby at Oakwell, and literally I was like in this corner. So imagine I had to walk off and walk all the way around past all the Barnsley fans in the derby. You can't do that. That's the most ridiculous rule I've ever known in my life.
Somebody got booked for walking off the traditional way.
Yeah,
cross.
cross.
Walked off the
Is
pitch.
that a rule this year?
New rule,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just been brought out.
I've not looked up what rules.
New
So
rule.
you've got so you're in
Anywhere.
you're in this bottom corner here,
And you get subbed,
You
yeah.
get subbed. You've got to walk off that and
Yeah,
walk
walk
right
around
back.
everyone. Yeah.
Because it used to be the oldest one in the book, didn't it? If it's
Yeah,
89 minutes, you
take
go
a
off.
little, go there and walk. Yeah, so they brought the rule in. But imagine that you walk around, you've got to walk all the way around the
So you're
ground.
better off just getting like sort of 70% this side, aren't you? And then you work at angles, then, aren't you? Which way do you want me to go here? Am I all right? Happened to me at Birmingham. I got set off at Birmingham. Obviously, the tunnel's in the bottom.
Yeah, bottom left.
Bottom right.
Yeah,
tunnel.
as you go that way.
I've walked to the bottom left and I've just been sent off. I'm like, the bouncer, can't come in here, mate. Just fucking gives a break, pal. I've just been fucking sent off. No, can't come in here. Got to walk on all the way across me out, getting fucking dogs abuse. Absolute pelters. I'm like, just let us fucking in, mate.
Yeah, well,
no, sorry, can't come in this way. My dressing room's there, but
Imagine now you had to walk all the way around after a bad tackle as well or something like that. You fucking, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
How did you get on with Calderwood at Forest?
He's funny because we used to argue so much, but I did not like him. I just didn't agree with how he managed. That was the biggest. That's why we used to loggerheads. I've seen him since because he was assistant manager with Chris Hewton, and we get on great. But
you
he's like,
always vocal in the dressing room. If you thought something were wrong, you'd speak up.
if it was right to say it, I'd say it. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't one I didn't say stuff just to start an argument or go and do it for the sake of doing it. If I thought I wanted to say it, I'll just fucking say it. Either take it or not. If you're in that position, you want to be that person, then fucking take it or give your opinion back. The thing with Cole was I just hate it. Every time, my biggest argument with him, this is why the first year he had to play me. Nathan Tyson unfortunately done his ACL, so I wasn't playing the first game of the season. First game he had to play me because I was playing. I scored 18 goals. I got player of the year. He had no choice. He had no one else, and I went on to do what he'd done. A year after, obviously, with Junior Gogu, obviously we heard his news today. He passed away, bless him. He came in the year after, so he was the number 9.
And he come from Sheffield Wednesday. Because I can remember him at Sheffield Wednesday. I'm sure I can join you.
Junior? Yeah, Junior was there.
He
was there. I don't know where he came. I think he came from Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, he might have gone Sheffield Wednesday, Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, and he came from Bristol Rovers. And he came in as the number 9 now, and Nathan was there, and they ended up getting shunted on the left wing all the fucking time.
The left wing?
Left wing, left of a free.
No wonder he got fucking sacked goal.
Tricky winger. And my biggest argument with it I used to have all the time is like, it wasn't the fact that he stumped me out there, because me being me, I'll just work for you. So I'd done it all the time. Mine was, it was like, I used to call it, I was the tough away days. Every game that was fucking tough, Leeds United away, Holt played. Brighton away, Holt played. Home game, Sheffield United, Holt played. Scunthorpe. I played all these fucking hard games on the left of a free and done a job. Wasn't scoring because obviously a lot of them were like 1-0, 2-0. Yeah, this and the other, doing all the shitty work, and then I'd walk off, and then the team would come out and we got Chesterfield at home when they were struggling at the time. You're on the bench.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be like, say, what you class as a lesser one, we should be, you go and play that game. And you just fuck me off. So the point was, one time we literally walked down at the fucking... I walked down the training ground at the Forest training ground, then you had to walk down the river and get to the bottom. I literally walked in, and as I walked in, went, can I have a word? And I'll go fuck yourself. If you're dropping me again, I don't want to fucking know.
He said that to you.
I said it to him.
He said, can I have a word?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so I knew it was coming Friday afternoon. Tough away days had finished. Easy Aussies next day, wherever we were playing. Thought there'd be a couple of goals there for me. And literally walking in, he's like, can I have a word? I went, nah, fuck off. I said, go fuck yourself. If you're leaving me out, you can fuck off. I'm not even interested. I can't be out speaking to you. And he's like, fucking, if you got that attitude, fuck off and go in. I went, absolutely. So I just turned around.
I'll walk by the river.
So I literally just fucking walked in, turned around, like walked past everyone coming out. I've dropped again. Just literally walked off. Got back in, and like literally as I got in there, my name had been took off the sheet for the next day. You're not in the squad, this, that, and the other. Came back and had an argument with me. Then he tried to find me for something, saying he tried to find me for basically saying I'd done something on the bench the week before, boss, have you done something you weren't allowed to? I was like, that's fine. At the time, Matty Lockwood's pretty similar situation, was the PFA rep, but Lockie had been like, you saying it, fucking Nick Barnes had got fucked off.
Yeah.
Like, you're not training with us, you're over there, you're not playing it. And Lee was the PFA rep. So I walked literally in and said, oh, you're getting fined for this, like, doing this last week.
What was it?
I can't remember. Someone on the bench like saying, "Oh, I was disappointed when I came off, whatever it was, like argument, or whatever." I was like, I didn't do that anyway. I'd actually said something to the physio. I said, "Oh, I feel like a bag of shit." And
And he thought you were having to pop it in.
yeah, basically, because I was under pressure, he's having a pop at me, blah blah, this that, and the other. And I went, well, that's fine. I said, try and find me anyway. I said, I've been with Lockie this afternoon because he hasn't seen you for a while. He wants a fucking meeting with you anyway.
Brought him down with you.
For the favorite. So me and Lockie like came in the thing, and that was about it. That was the only really argument I had with him, man. Yeah, I knew he wanted to sell me. They tried to sell me to Bristol City in the January, and it was between the two at the time who was going to go up in this other, and me. We just had the baby at the time, so I was like, I'm not moving the missus to fucking Bristol. When I just think, and then they basically went up that year and we missed out. Fucking shit, this is now, wasn't it? But I love Forest. That was the hardest decision I had to do, was to leave Forest.
Because you put a request in, didn't
No, not in the end. It was kind of a chat. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like I never.
So it wasn't an official.
I never chucked anything in. Basically how it happened, they kept on putting me out to tender, and I knew that my name was on this list because I kept getting people ring me agents saying, "Oh, would he come here?"
Why do clubs do it, mate?
I know, it's stupid.
You know what I mean? They put a list out, and there's somebody at that club going to know someone.
So
you know what I mean? So you know you're on it. You might as well fucking tell you.
That's what I mean. I had like Paul Trout ring me saying, "Oh, we've heard you can go this, that, and the other at Bristol Rovers. Would you fancy it?" And I was like, well, I don't really know what's happening. I had another phone call, and my pal from Scunny rang me, Lee Turnbull, and said, look, you know, they're pouting your name around this, that, and the other. And I just walked in and said, I just don't understand why you put my name out there and then you're not fucking telling me. Like, just fucking tell me. I don't give a shit, to be honest. And that was probably the hardest one. When in the summer, when I got there was still, I'm thinking, he might not last that long. Do you know what I mean? The year after, thinking in the champ and stuff. And similar thing is like, I need to go, really. And then obviously Shrewsbury came in and I ended up going in there in the end, but it was fucking, I got on loads of Blackpool, which was a waste of fucking time, and for eight games, which is pointless. Just ended up,
I think it's nice for Blackpool fans anyway. So
I had 8 weeks of fucking chasing Simon Grayson around the training ground trying to find out why I wasn't in the squad.
What, so they got you on loan and then you weren't in the squad?
Yeah, he got me on loan and then I didn't really play, and then one day I went to have a meeting with him, and then I went for this meeting with Simon Grayson. They said, oh, he's in a meeting with another meeting. I said, that's fine, I'm fucking waiting today, I'm not leaving. And like, I used to call him the Jetsons every time. Like, remember the Jetsons? You just go to the tunnel and disappear. Like, you could never find him. And today I'm fucking staying. I'm staying. I'm not leaving. I'm fucking going to get the end of this, and the other. And I'm not joking, Paggy. I must have nipped to the fucking toilet for about 20 minutes. If I was lucky, like, I hadn't even gone. I probably had 20 seconds, 30 seconds, just walk round. Literally, the toilet was a little bit further on. Went to the toilet. By the time I got back, the gaffer said he'll see you tomorrow. He's left. I went, you fucking having a laugh.
He was waiting at the door, like peeping.
Having this sit with the door open, like wedging the one that he's coming in, and then wedging.
I said, I'll see you tomorrow. He's left. Oh, fucking hell. And that was it. I ended up going back to Forest. Like, this is fucking pointless.
Yeah, I imagine he doesn't like confrontation.
Absolutely pointless. David Fox is the best one. He fucking said, remember Fox, he got dropped out of the squad, and he literally was, I can't remember who it was at the time, it was maybe Tomo or someone came in and said to him, oh, so let you know, the gaffer said he'll have a chat with you later on because he's in a meeting with the chairman. So he can't have a chat with you why you've been left out of the squad, this, that, and the other. Foxy comes out, walks around, his fucking door's open, Gaffer's got his feet on there reading the fucking programme. Foxy went, we'll have the fucking meeting now, should have gone him. It's fucking,
I'll take that.
Honestly, it makes you laugh, like, but I said went back and then ended up going to Shrewsbury, so
enjoy that.
Brilliant. I did fucking. I went down. Paul Simpson was the manager. Rang me up, said, "Look, do you want to come?" I was like, "I'm not so sure. I want to drop back into League Two. Do I stay in the Championship?" I don't know how long. I'm getting older. And I was like, would have been then 27. So I'm thinking, like, do I really want to go back to League Two at 27? But I fucking.
You've been like a yo-yo, haven't you?
Up, down, up, down. The graph's like that. Just fucking goes up and down. You know what I mean? 1 minute I'm alive, next minute I'm dead. Stand back. His career's back online. Do you know something? I went down. Paul Simpson rang me. I knew him from Carlisle, so I knew how he worked, what he was like as a guy. Great. I got on really, really well. Knew him personally, so it was kind of like half wanted to go. I had Paul Murray ringing me every fucking day. Are you coming to sign? Are you coming to sign? Come to sign. He just wanted a travelling partner from Preston, I think, wasn't it? And I walked in the building, met the chairman. I don't know if you know the chairman.
Was this before the new stadium or?
This was when they moved in the new stadium. They moved in. So I literally walked in. Have you met Shrewsbury chairman, a fucking what a guy. And he's literally his office. You walk in his office, got full red carpet, velvet red carpet, big fucking proper wooden desk. Do you know what I mean? Like you think proper old school
Game of
movie.
Thrones.
Yeah, proper fucking
Dallas.
pen sitting on the side. Do you know what I mean? To swipe things with. And he literally come in. He's a mad fucking into astrology. So he thinks like loads of the stuff like an Aries, that's your character or whatever it is, and he believes in it massively. That's kind of his
So
thing.
is he asking you? Well, I suppose.
Yeah,
you
he's
can
like
see.
literally straight in. He's like, "You're an Aries," and he said, "I watched you bully one of our players." He's looked at Wikipedia anyway. When's his birthday?
Do you reckon he gets
He's Aries.
Do you reckon he gets a good balance across the team? we need a Virgo at the back.
We can't have two Capricorns at centre out. Under no circumstances.
Oh no!
Who's a Taurus?
Recipe for disaster.
We need a Pisces at right back. What, you go out and get me a Pisces at right back.
So literally walking he's up and he's telling us all this stuff, and this is what you're doing, this is what I expect, and you're going to take this club up and I'm going to sign you, and it's the record that we wanted to do, this, that and the other, and he's showed me round, this is my dream, I've done this, and Paul wants you. He said you're the only person that's on the list to send it forward, and I told him as soon as I seen your name on the list, he said, I basically seen you at the Old Meadow, you bullied our centre halves, and I said, if he ever came up to sign him, I'm signing him. He said, so as soon as I seen your name on the list, I was getting you. So he literally, so he took me around anyways doing this thing, and he's like, right, so you're going to sign? I was like, well, I'm not even discuss wages, I know what you're on at Forest, I'm going to match them. I'm going to stick a bonus in there. If we get promoted, you get that at the end of the year, and you can have that for so many goals because you'll score 20 odd goals this year. I'm going to give you that, this, that and the other. And I said, well, I need to speak to Forrest first because I'm still owed like sign on fees and that. How much is it? And so I told him, he went, no, that's fine. He said, I'll take care of that. If you sign today, I'll take care of that, and then when you get it off them, I'll sort you out and this, that and the other.
Pass me that pen.
He went, I'm not letting you leave without signing. He said, I want you done today. So when I get announced, he said,
Get me in that big fucking wooden
chair.
chair.
Oh, yeah. So literally that was it. And
Is he
literally,
true to his word then?
true to his word, aye. And I
Fucking
said,
blankety blank checkbook and pen in it.
yeah. So he
Whoa.
said to me, he said, the only thing I'm going to put in there, he said, I'm sticking one clause in there that's £400,000 if anyone wants to buy you. And he said, if the day that whoever matches that 400,000 that day, I'll drive you if you want, wherever you want to go, and I won't stand in your way. So as soon
Class
as
that, innit?
he said, as soon as that figure's done and it's met, you can leave. He said, anything under that, don't moan at me because I'm not selling you. And that was that. So I literally signed there and then. Luckily for him, I signed because I came out, I had fucking 5 missed calls of 5 other different clubs that I've quite fancied actually.
He must have known them, mustn't he? He must have.
Yeah, he knew. It was
Or a football man, like.
Yeah, he had been around it, but he just knew. He knew what he wanted. He's kind of one of them. He knew, like, a good businessman. Do you know what I mean? He knew what he wanted. The name was on the list. He wanted that. He knew what the marquee. He had just scored the goals. Like 18 the year before, for Forrest. I scored 4 the year after. I said, but it wasn't the fact that I wasn't. It was just the fact that I wasn't really playing. He just knew. He's true to his word. And then same thing.
So Shrewsbury in League 2 paid the same as Forest in the Championship.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which either shows you I was on not enough for then or not. Other way around, yeah. But that wasn't the money then, was it, in them leagues? It was kind of a broad horizon, was it? It's not like it is now. League Two's there, and then League One are paying like 6, 7, 8 grand now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I fucking dreamed for that a few years ago in League One.
I think the top club. I don't think the bottom are struggling.
No, I think it's the same
League
thing.
One.
It's a balance across. I said that's why I don't think there's any difference between the conference and the League Two now. Because they've all got the same budgets, if not the league team's got more money down the bottom.
Yeah.
And there's no fair play, the one below,
No.
which is ballistic. So the National League's got no fair play awards, rules, and the league has, which is nuts. And that was it, he was true to his word. And as soon as, when I came here...
You drive here?
When I came here, I wish he fucking had. It'd been a bit easier journey, I had to drive yourself.
Was it Gunny that signed you?
Gunny, yeah. So I was going to go to Colchester. So Colchester put 3 bids in.
Colchester been Championship then?
No, that was League One with Lambert.
League One.
So Paul Lambert was there. They put 3 bids in, but they couldn't get to the 400 grand. And they're like, look, you need to kick up a fuss and this, that and the other and try and get out. And I was like, I ain't kicking up a fuss. Until he gets 400 grand, I am not pissing him off because like he's been true to his word that way. I'm not the kind of person who's going to. I should have shook his hand on it, so I'm not turning my thing round. And as soon as he got 400 grand, he's like, right, you can go and see, get straight down to Norwich because they paid the money, and that was as easy as that.
That's a mad situation. What happened here, isn't it? Because you know when he was saying about Colchester beating them 7-1.
I can remember that game. Norwich just come down that year as well.
Norwich just came down.
Norwich came down and got Dick 7-1, didn't they?
Yeah, we got battered. Yeah, 7-1.
Go on, because was it the week after or something?
So basically, we played here 7-1, and then we flew down to Exeter on the Tuesday. Went down to Exeter on the Tuesday, and no, sorry, got it wrong. We played.
It was Sunday, weren't it?
No, we played Yeovil on the Tuesday night. So I went to Yeovil, played the Tuesday night game, and then we won 4-0. And then on the Wednesday we stayed there, had a bit of food, a few drinks, bit of a bonding thing. Thursday we walked in, got called in a meeting on the Thursday afternoon, and got told that Brian's been sacked. Basically as quick as that. And then that was it.
And who takes over?
So you got dicked 7-1, won 4-0, sacked Thursday.
Sacked Thursday, yeah. Played Exeter on the weekend, drew 1-1. Played Brentford we're on the way down. We're on the bus down to Brentford on the Tuesday, and then as we jumped on the bus, Wes went, "Have you heard who's got the job?" I was like, "No." He went, "Paul Lambert." I was like, "Thank fuck for that." I couldn't have got anyone better. He'd been trying to sign me all fucking summer. So I was like,
what do you reckon something must have gone on then? After that game or whatever?
Damon Alley knew him, didn't he, from Celtic, when they were at Celtic, because David was there, so he knew it was like. They won the game here, so he kind of knew what he was like. Do you know what I mean? So, and he just obviously thought they need to do something.
But why not give him the job before Gunny then? Because Gunny surely didn't want that job.
Well, he had it towards the end of the season. They offered him it, and he took it. And I said to someone yesterday, I was like, "Why wouldn't you take it? If they offered me it, if Daniel left tomorrow and went to wherever he could go to now, and they offered me the job tomorrow, of course you'd take it. You couldn't not take it, could you? It's a bit like the Lampard situation now. No matter, he probably wants it in one way, but doesn't really want it in one way because you're not going to spend all the millions. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he'd have hoped to have had it in 3 or 4 years, wouldn't he?
But you can't knock it back, can you? Because it might never come again. And I think it was a case of that, and then they done it, but the thing what I couldn't understand is they brought like all them players in. They brought like 14 players in. We had
Gunn had signed 14 players.
We all lived in there, Holt in, for like 2 months. We're all on the best 2 months ever. We all lived in the hotel together.
Is he at the club now in any position, Brian Gunn?
Yeah. He still comes back all the time. Yeah, there was a spell where he stayed away for a long while. He stayed away. I think it was more than his own pride than anything else. It took him a long while to come back. I think he had no choice in the end because he's doing agency stuff now, so he had to come back to the club to do certain bits, and he's kind of just integrated himself back in now. But there was a time I don't think he wanted to be in here. Obviously, he had Angus as well, which is his boy was still playing here, which was a little bit of a kind of awkward one when go to games of the week. Sacked on the Thursday, his boy's playing on the Sunday. I had to go and watch him.
Is that the guy? Is Angus the one who went to Man City and now went to Southampton?
Yeah.
Did the fans turn on him then? Because obviously he's a legend, isn't he? But I think the fans have ever.
I think it was never him. I think it was more to do with upstairs. I think they went for a spell where they just had enough of the board and everything was going on. I don't think it was ever him. I think he got a lot of the stick just because of the board, really. I don't think they ever really turned him. I think it was more just that, really. Do you know what I mean? But you can't turn it down. He's an absolute legend. Do you know what I mean? They absolutely love him. And
is he back to legendary status here now then?
Yeah, I don't think he ever lost it. I think it was more him just staying away, more the fact of like time's a healer kind of thing, really. I think it was more that, really. It wasn't down to do with him. I mean, it was nuts.
There's managers get a mention every week on here, and I think Lambert should be in that group. I think he's unbelievable.
Can we piss Brett before we go into Lambert? I can't piss myself on YouTube, can I?
So we've got a Super 7, haven't we? Managers that get a mention every week, but I'd throw Lambert in there. I thought he was.
Do you want to make it the Enigma 8?
We'll go with it.
Enigma 8?
Yeah.
Is that the first word that began with E that came into your head?
Like Elephant 8, yeah. One or other. Enigma. I think Enigma's quite fitting because they're all fucking different in their own ways, aren't they?
Have you got your bad list? Are you good list? Have you got 2? Because you've had as many teams as fucking me.
He's definitely got a shit list.
I've got a shit list, yeah.
What do you think them as a shit list, or what do you rate them as?
Just dicks.
Yeah, in terms of like what the way they treat you.
Very eloquent.
The way I got Tret, or the way like my top 3 is.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I have a time off again.
Boothroyd, Jay.
Right.
Obviously, you've come across him.
Yeah.
You ever come across him on a social level?
No.
Dick. Parkin, Steve. Yeah. Arsehole. Brown, Phil. Yeah.
Well, they're like together then. They're like a combo then, Phil and Steve, because they're together.
Yeah, but for in different circumstances, different scenarios. But both. So that's my top 3. Yeah. And the flip between orders, I sit there on a night thinking who's my actual number 1, but now the flip between them.
I think he's consistently number 1 though.
Boothroyd,
yeah.
I mean,
have you got a shit list?
Oh, nailed. I've only got 1.
Just the 1?
Yeah, Uwe Rosley. Yeah, absolute prick.
We'll get to that.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Is this another fucking? Is this another English National Front one? With them Germans.
No, I'm working here. I can't do that with all our Germans here. And my wife's a quarter German. I just want to put that out there as well. So it's at the National Front.
So Lambert.
He was just good, wasn't he? He got what he done was he got a group of players we had here who had all been like League 2, League 1. A few had dropped down like from the Championship and got like Gary Dock and Wes Ulan and stuff there. And he just basically grabbed them and went, right, look, this is how we're doing it. This is what I expect. I don't give a shit who you are, what you've done, what you've achieved, because whatever you've done, I've done more than you. So basically, as soon as like
not in an arrogant way though.
Not in an arrogant way. Like you knew what he'd done as a footballer.
Yeah.
And in terms of like manager at the time, he'd done it the hard way. He'd come from that bottom and worked his arse off, and you'd seen what he'd done at Wickham, and you'd seen what he'd done at Colchester, and it's just his whole attitude was he'd stand and have banter with you, but you'd never go over that line. You knew where you could laugh and joke, and it's probably different here than he was with you at Blackburn, because when he was here, he lived here. And his family was still up the road, so like he had loads of time to hang around, and he was the fucking master of fines. Oh, the fucking master. You called him mate, and it was 50 quid. 50 quid. The best I always say is best I ever seen was Anthony McNamee. Right, walked in the dressing room, and he hated earrings. You could have them on, but not in the building. Put whatever you want on outside. Phones outside. So Anthony McNamee, it was more. Honestly, it must have been like 3 in the afternoon. The gap had been hanging around. We'd done like a later session, been in the gym, little rub on that. Macca fucking puts his little bling in. So he's fucking strutting along. Next minute, the door opens. All right, Macca? Yeah, I'm all right, Gav. Yeah, little rub, looking great. Gav was like, all right, your good session there is good. Yeah, good, yeah. So you always 80 quid. And Matt was like, what for? So you got 40 quid for that one and 40 quid for that one.
He didn't call him mate after, did he?
No.
Fucking hell, mate. That's 120.
Liam Barnett was the one who called him mate all the time. He couldn't help himself. So he'd gone 40 and 40. So he's like, fucking hell. He's like, so everyone knew the rule. If he ever got fined, never take your wallet in. Because have you got any money on you, Barty? No. And if he went, yeah, I've got about 40 quid. Right, give us that then. He'd just take the money off him. Right, you owe him 40 quid. Just because he used to forget about the fines. So he used to forget. So you fucking knew.
So he got his money in?
Yeah. So you knew you had no money. Like, literally, you're doing that, and then obviously. So he's fucking got the 80 quid.
Why do you want to borrow 20 quid then?
So he got the 80 quid, and then so we had like it's probably about down the road from the training ground. You go down the Thickthorn Services, the cash point. No one had any money, so you have to pay him there and then. So he fucking got in the card, went down to the fucking cash point. Came back in, drove back in the building, walked back in. We're talking away anywhere and like laughing and joking. He's like, fucking hell, Mac, that was a bit sloppy, this, that, and the other. No one said now to him, he had his earrings in.
Pat Butchers.
So no one
doubled up.
No one said anything to him. So he walked in and went, there you go, Gaffer. There's your 80 quid. See you tomorrow. He went, yeah, bring the other 8 in tomorrow. I'll let you off. I don't want you going back. He's like, what for? He went, your fucking earrings. So he had 160 quid in the sake of about fucking 2 minutes.
What did he used to do with the fines? Did he used to give back to the lads? Or?
Yeah, with those we'd go like, if we were on a night out, he'd like, there's your food, there's your ball, and we're going. So it kind of the fun to basically do it, or we use it to get the girls the flowers or whatever. Someone's married and that. It's just like that. But
at Christmas Eve once, the secretary used to text us the day before, telling us if the time of training the next day was changed. So every Christmas Day, we just thought it was normal time because we didn't have a text. But apparently on the day before, he's gone in and gone, stop mollycoddling them. Just let them work out for themselves what time they've got to be in. So obviously we've reported normal time, and there was 13 of us late because we had the meeting, we had the Boxing Day meeting on Christmas Eve to save us having that ball ache on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
13 of us were late, right? So we've gone into the meeting. He went, right, 500 quid each. I want it in tomorrow. Being deadly serious. So we had, I think it was 8.5 grand's worth of fines on Christmas Day. We had to pay it the next day.
What time did you get in then? 10.
We normally had to be in for say half, but it was an early start, but normally the PA or his assistant or secretary would text us, so we'd be like, but
because we didn't get it on purpose then, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he went, you babysitting, what are you doing? So let them ask what time you're in tomorrow.
See, I'd know like on the 15th of December what time in Christmas Day.
Yeah, you want it locked down when you're travelling. You need to know, don't you? There's no like mucking about in it. The only time you ever piss us off. The only time you ever
to pay 500 quid.
500 quid on Christmas Day. We were in Christmas Day.
So you got to pay. You see, that's how the rule works. You got to go there and then. The only time he ever pissed us off as a group, the only time he ever done it was he cancelled Christmas night out.
Oh, it's not good enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
He's been on the shit list.
He's number 4 on my shit list. I've never met the guy.
So we'd arranged Cardiff. Steve Morrison had sorted out Cardiff. We're all going to Cardiff. We're going down. We used to do the usual. We had a game Saturday night. We'd go out. Sunday we'd have our thing. Monday off. And I went in to see him and walked in and said, "Look, this is what we're thinking. There's our date. That's the way we're going to do it. Blah blah." Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to happen this year. And I was like, well, there's the date. Walked out thinking, yeah, good one, Gaffer, good banter. This and the other, thinking, nah, he won't cancel it. And then we walked out and I said to the boys, we fucking said to Russ Martin and that few of the senior ones, I said, he's fucking just kind of basically kiboshed the Christmas do there, but I don't know if he's bantering. Everyone's like, I'd be bantering and this, that and the other. He fucking wasn't. He fucking cancelled it. And basically Lacey said, oh, you're too big now, you're in the Premier League, too many eyes on you. Now's at the time, we'll sort you out then, yeah, you'll go to Vegas and that, and we'll put all the fines towards you going away there and this, that and the other. And it was the only time where the lads, I think, fucking didn't chuck it for him, because they never chuck it for him, but a little bit where they're like, fucking, you wind me up. But
so he's got.
Did you get Vegas and everything at the end?
Yeah, we got Vegas at the end, but it still didn't really matter, because the lads, we knew we'd still be able to do what we'd done from that Christo, and we've been so successful by doing the same formula. You kind of get it, yeah, but
you go to Vegas anyway, can't you?
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean? That's not a bonus.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, did he
anyway.
stay true to what he was saying, and he cancelled it, but you get a big blowout at end.
But it kills you, doesn't it? I don't know why they do it.
Obviously, a lot of the lads will have...
We still went out anyway.
Yeah, but
so just a shit night.
Yeah, a lot of the lads will have first time in the Premier League, will they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've gone Christmas dues for all them years.
Yeah.
No, so what? If somebody gets as a photo having a piss, it's not end up world.
He don't like this, does he?
You know what I mean?
He's not happy.
He's not
happy.
Nah, the Christmas dues, man, I think they're vital. You know what I mean?
It's funny how people don't think they're important. Nowadays, they don't exist.
Don't exist all now.
Well, they do, but they don't really.
People won't want to go now.
People don't really want to go. It's like, you don't really do it. Do we have to go there? Is it really that? Is it this?
It's an hassle, isn't it? It's an hassle.
It's become a hassle, hasn't it? But that's said. I think it's people call us dinosaurs now, won't they? Because we say, "Oh, well, we used to have a Tuesday night club," and that. Well, yeah, it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I remember Rochdale. I had Friday and Thursday off. Every other day I went out to Rochdale. Every other day out. This is how bad it was at Rochdale. We went to shop for a flat. So like, right, we're going to rent these flats. This and the other. The criteria was, where can the flat be where we can go to Manchester in 35 minutes and get in Leeds in 40?
Somewhere all the way.
Because Clarky at the time and his girlfriend was in Leeds, and then we knew everyone in Manchester. So at the time it was literally like, that was our criteria. We need a pub nearby so we can watch the football, because we weren't getting Sky and that and paying the money, so we knew we could watch in the boozer. And how quickly can we get from there and how quickly can we get there? We used to go to Manchester on a Tuesday, Leeds on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, back on it Saturday, Sunday in Carlisle. I don't know, I've done so fucking well.
we are like two peas in a pod. We are like two peas in a pod.
Was it Lambert that made you captain?
Yeah, he basically pulled me in. I was sat in that hotel room over there, and basically I had like fucking used to have loads of trouble with wisdom teeth, and I went to the train, knowing you know something's not right. Fucking mouth's killing me. Went to bed in there, woke about 12 o'clock at night. Fucking elephant man, mouth was out here. Knowing you just know they got something in there. I could feel this abscess at the back and I'm fucking in bits. I actually walked down, Prince of Wales. So I fucked off down there at like 2 a.m. So I'm literally like hoodie up, walking down where everyone's on the night out getting absolutely fucking steaming. And I'm like ratcheting around for these paracetamols because the woman at the front wouldn't give us them. So I'm fucking like ratcheting at 2 a.m. for these fucking paracetamols. I ended up getting one. I looked like a right fucking hobo. I literally got these paracetamols off this woman, straight to the outside, putting these paracetamol. I got told if you rub them in your gum, you're alright. So imagine this. So I'm on Prince of Wales Road on the corner, right? Fucking everyone's bouncing music, going nuts. I'm next to me there. I've got these fucking paracetamol scrunched it up and thinking, didn't even think I was in that much pain. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I look like? So I've got this thing rubbed it, and as I've done it, I had this fucking big abscess. I've stuck my finger out at the back, and it's literally popped in my mouth. So I'm now, white powder in hand, spitting this fucking mucus out of the sink in like this fucking drain. Managed to get this like rubbing this white powder in my mouth and like literally like bowling back at 2 a.m.
But like Frank Gallagher.
Yeah, I looked horrendous. So literally, I ended up walking back with 2 Wickham fans because they're like been on a night out going, haven't you got a game in the morning? I was like, yeah. I'm trying not to speak because my mouth's hanging off. And I came in here and he rang me up at like 9 a.m. I literally had about 3 hours sleep. I was like, fucking, I can't ignore that, like, because he just came and he said, I need to come and see you. I was like, and he's in his office. He's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I was like, oh, we've got an abscess. what a fucking abscess, is that it? So I literally came down, met him in his office here about 11 o'clock, and my fucking face was out here. And even he went, ooh. It simply was the fact that he went, I didn't think you could get any uglier. And I was like, fuck. I was like, oh, my mouth's like, yeah, well, abscess. He's like, you're going to play? I was like, well, I'm still going to play, yeah. And he basically said, I want to make you captain for the day, no one knows. So as soon as he said that, I was going to have to play the game, yeah. And just kind of went from there, really. So I think I got the respect from him that day for the fact that, like, literally, I still, there's no way in the world I wasn't playing. I think from that day, it was just kind of clicked all the way through.
He just had a way of making a player, say if you were, he'd know you were struggling or whatever. I remember when I might have told this. Bear with us, I might have told this already.
It's not took it long to figure you were struggling.
I'd been bombed from Gary Bowyer and just come back from my knee.
Is he on your list?
No, not at all. I'm not like John. I don't hold grudges.
Not as bitter as me. I know.
So when he's first come in, he randomly put us on the bench. I think I'd done all right and whatever. And we played Bristol City. I think we're 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, and he's threw us on. And I'd done all right, done well. So he's come in, everyone's buzzing, and he's done his. Said his bit. Said brilliant lads, well done everybody. And kind of, you know, when he always taps his pockets, doesn't he? Taps his pockets and walks off.
He's got his fine money. He's got looking around for earrings.
So then
they don't owe me anything.
He's walked off as if he's going to get changed. So all the lads have stood up and they went, oh, one more thing. And I'm sat in the corner, my Brownie, you were fucking outstanding when you came on. I went, whatever's gone on at this club. I said, you get dogs abuse every week. I said, fuck them. He said, you were unbelievable when you came on, well done, and just walked off. And straight away I was like,
lifted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was brilliant. He didn't have. I mean, I was all right, but
you don't put a couple of good tackles in.
Yeah,
close a few elbows.
Extract a few fullbacks.
You've done the same thing. We're talking about Simon Lappin though. So we're in the Premier League and we went to QPR on New Year's Eve, and we played them on New Year's Day. And Simon Lappin had literally been in every squad because great pro, great guy. Every squad travelled, wash bag. So literally this day he stopped bringing his wash bag in. And literally, because he'd just named the team whenever he wanted. So I left all his stuff on the thing. So he's got his programme out and he's like just sitting around the corner and everyone's like sat in seats and so just Gaffer comes in, put a programme down. Team today, Lappin, Laps there. What? Literally just named it from nowhere. And literally, like, he knew he was a good pro, he was always fit. Laps came in, played, got man of the match. We ended up winning the game. And he's like, he just had that knack that, like, no matter who you were in training, you had to perform. So you could never go and toss training up because he could literally say, you've not been in the squad for like 12 games, you might go and play 4 games in the bounce.
Yeah.
And
From nowhere.
But he didn't, because he thought a lot of you, he knew he'd do it. And he knew by putting you in, you'd get the same reaction if you'd been in all the time. And that was, I thought, his biggest key. The way he kept everyone in training so strong, of like, you had to train properly every day because you just didn't know. And when your opportunity came, if you played like 20 games and got 10 man of the matches, and you got injured and he came in and done well, there was no guarantee you got him. He'd have to have an absolute torrid to get in.
Went with.
See, I couldn't run. I mean, I never used to toss training, right? But I was fucking crap in training.
Well, I was shit training, but I always get voted the world's worst.
And if the yellow jersey one,
always, And
if I had not played for 4 weeks and I got thrown in, I'd be a bag of shit.
Yeah, but he did
blowing by fucking.
But that's what I said. You couldn't though, because his training was always that intensity. He didn't let it drop. So even if you were training, and like I was a shit trainer, but you still have to work hard in it. You know, like keep balls or.
Yeah, I never did not work hard. Whatever I tried to do, it used to trip up on the ball, and I used to come off my knees regular. And
but that's the thing with him though. He wouldn't have cared. Like with me, he'll openly tell you I'm probably the worst player he's ever had in training. The boys will tell I was shit. I just didn't get it. Without that buzz of like that real competitive edginess, I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not one.
But you're busting your balls like.
Yeah, but as soon as the game came, it was just I needed the crowd to get booed at. I needed that jeer. I needed that whole like mindset of mentality to win. That's why he's probably the best for me. You know what I mean? He was just I think that's when.
I must have been like that then. Just never knew. Yeah, I must have needed the crowd as well.
Did you ever go in his office, by the way?
What do you mean?
His office at the training ground.
I used to go in all the time because I was obviously captain and stuff.
Surprised as man. So you think Paul Lambert,
man? He's not got fucking Sam Fox on wall, has he? No.
You'd think it would be like this, wouldn't you?
He's not got just ticks on the wall.
But it was. I had this thing in my head. It's something to lay his car keys down and he'll fuck off. I walked in and he's got like essential oils and thingy burning and all that. You know, like the
incense
sticks. aromatherapy oils. I'm thinking it's like a spa. This.
I
swear to God.
He has got Sam Fox up. He's got his
Baby oil in the corner there.
He's got his oils. I
Ding dong.
I just got fucking 60 quid for them 2 earrings. I'm just going to stroke one out to you.
Can't believe what I was walking into.
So a bit like a
boudoir.
spa.
I've never been to one, but it's
Little
a bit,
Finn Sweat.
a bit like a Thai massage gaff. But
Yeah.
it's got
In
it's
his
got a
office.
desk and a Swizzly chair here.
Like, you're getting dropped today, but never mind, you're all right.
You smell like $1 million.
In you come.
John Smile.
You're getting dropped.
John, get down there, will you? Just give you a little. Just let you know you're not playing this weekend. Hang on.
Do you want to play this weekend? Let's get the fucking Animus out. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
So what were it? So just do you think it was just for him to relax, like?
I don't know if he just sets the. Well, got to get Brownie in for a pep talk. We'll get the
incense.
Get the cinnamon. Get the
Maybe
cinnamon.
just kept-
Brownie likes
No,
the cinnamon.
I think this was just for you. I think Brownie's
Just
coming in.
Brownie's
Get
coming in.
the incense in.
Have you got me?
Get some ambiance.
Get them pan pipes on, Julie. We've got Brownie in.
You'll win
Put a
by.
Chinese in corner.
Just give him some spare
I'm not
ribs.
bothered. I'm not bothered about the incense. Just put some Chinese in corner.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you drop me. I'm not
Still
bothered.
walk there in the corner.
I'm not bothered. Passes that beef in black bean sauce, love.
Didn't he leave you out for a couple of?
Yeah,
couple of
when we
games?
got the Prem, I got left out the few games. Yeah, like Man United, I remember they didn't even get on at Old Trafford.
Did some? I can't remember who told us, but did you tell him to F off there as well? Did you
Nah,
fall out with him?
I wasn't happy. I went and seen him in the office afterwards. He's like, look, it's a different level now. You're not going to play every game. I was like, why not? He said, you're just not. He said, you can't do what you do every single game, every minute of every game.
Oh, so it wasn't like you've told him to fuck off.
No, it wasn't like that. I just don't understand why I've not even got on. He said, it wasn't a game for you. And that was it. You kind of just got
Do you
to
accept that?
I think coming from him, you got to. It took us from League One to.
Yeah.
I think what everyone forgets is our whole Championship team, predominantly, apart from Andrew Sermon and a few, had never been there. So whatever he said to get us, we've done League One. So everybody said to get us there, and we're getting closer. You bought into whatever he said because we needed to get up.
He's achieved something special there.
Yeah,
eh?
we
That
knew we were.
consecutive promotion.
I mean, Ian Culverhouse. We knew we're only ever going to get to that level by us all being a group. Do you know what I mean? We weren't stupid. Do you know
Listen to
what I
what
mean?
he said.
I was 29, nearly 30. Do you know what I mean? No one's going to buy you from the Premier League to go and play in there. So we knew what we were going to do, but it's just effective.
So Lambert, the manager, when you went, when I scored here.
Yeah,
he's
that would've been the
fucking-
volley.
he's gonna get.
No,
He's gonna get.
You came around
score it, John.
full circle. Was it? Where was it? Volley.
Did you score it?
I'm just trying to think. I think the groundsman just on it, just outside halfway line.
Which end was it?
No, I was
just put an X on there.
I'll tell you what I trying to do, mate. I was trying to figure out timeline. So this is.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
He was that year Championship. Yeah,
Right.
That's when he was there. Yeah, so he took us League One Championship, and then we're in the Premier League for 1 year, and then he left to go to Villa after that.
Did you personally feel like sense a difference in class of defender once you hit the Premier League? Did you feel like, but you know, you've come from non-league, you're at the top.
You've been fucking up, down, left,
Yeah.
right,
Down, up,
centre.
I think it's not that. I think when you get there, you know how hard it's going to be because you know they're good. Do you know what I mean? I said the hardest thing is getting your head round that you're not going to get the chances. You're not an attacker. You're a defender. That's basically the way you've got to look at it. You're the defender. Half the time you spend sitting on the halfway line and just watching the ball go past you. But you're hoping you're doing a good enough job that one chance you get and you're going to do it, and then that's it. But I think at any level, you know you're going to score goals. Talked about it before. You're as good as all the people around you. Still,
If you get chances, it doesn't matter what league you're in.
we've seen it this week with Pookie. Do you know what I mean? Like you give him chances, he'll score, and that's what he does. He scores goals, and it's like you know you're going to defend. You know it's going to be hard. You know you're going to get spankings. You know what I mean? I was there at Man City when fucking he's done the shoulder one. Do you know what I mean? You think you twat, Balotelli when he gives it the old shoulder one the line. You know that's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Fucking Tevez here came first game back, scored a hat-trick, done his golf celebration, and you know you're going to get spanked, but you just got to take them little glimpses of scoring, getting a point here, getting. What does Siri want to answer a question? Does she? Fucking hang on.
Is that Twitter going?
Is everyone joining? You just got to take it for what it is, and you try and hope you're going to score, and you try and hope you get the chances. And I said, luckily enough, I got the chances. I put them away. Do you know what I mean? But you got to realise that I've done probably more finishing than I've ever done in the Premier League in terms of like practicing because we didn't really have that many opportunities.
Yeah.
So I always felt that I had
Did you feel in training then you had to step up?
I always felt I had to do more in training in terms of finishing because we didn't really get them chances. So you knew that when the opportunity came, you had to. You didn't have
Gotta be on the ball.
you had to finish them. I've probably done more finishing than I ever done at the.
And how many did you get in that first year?
15.
So I imagine you were probably one of the highest English.
Yeah,
players.
second. Yeah,
Second
that year. Yeah, so second and missed out on the England cap. So
How close were you to getting a cap?
It's hard to think. You just don't know. They rang up for all my medical details and that, which tells you you're pretty close to kind of getting involved with it. The biggest thing that killed me was Capello got sacked, or left, whichever way you want to look at it. He left, and then he had a friendly in between. Stuart Pearce took charge of the friendly, and instead of calling up like me, Danny Graham, other boys who were kind of in and around it, like thinking, oh, we'll have a little look at them, he called up all the boys from 21s, or the ones who you realise would go there. And that was probably my opportunity, where I thought, well, if I'd gone in there, you might have showed them what you can do and this, that and the other. And then, obviously, by the time the summer came, he might decide to go with Andy Carroll, who scored 4 goals and played 10 games. But
because Lambert must have been in a similar position to you. He was not playing.
Stuart's on my thing.
Only time the fucker's been fit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's fucking injured every other time, isn't he?
Stuart Pearce is on it. It was funny because we end up we had Henry Lansbury at the time, who'd been with us, Henry, and we, after all the England thing had gone off and I didn't get called up and this and either, the England and the 21s were playing here. So they were all training at the training ground, and so they're training on. And as a trainer, I've walked over when they're taking penalties anyway in practice. I went, Henry, gives a touch of that because fucking Pearce stopped me kicking an England ball, like in the middle of training. And everyone's like, Stuart's like, Ollie, I didn't mean that. I was like, you bastard! I was like, fucking could have wore that shirt, you can. But he's all opinions in it. I said to someone, he said, "Are you upset?" I said, "Of course you're upset. You want to fucking play for your country. Why wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?" The biggest honour you could ever get. I said, but you didn't. And I said the same thing. If someone had said to me at Barrow when I was in Unibond Premier or the Championship, would you ever go and play for England?
Especially being a big nationalist.
Yeah,
like yourself.
Yeah, big nationalist. Yeah, even like you on drugs. You know what I mean? So it's like hard to look at it bitter when you kind of I never dreamed to be anywhere near that fucking thing. Do you know what I mean?
On the other hand, if someone had said you're scoring 15 Premier League goals, you'd like to think that you're going to get.
Well, no,
back in the day, you'd have been.
Well, no one else is. But the thing is, why I don't get bit is look at like 6 years earlier, I'd have never got a sniff because your name would have been anywhere near it. Andy Cole getting 2 caps. You know what I mean? You look at all them boys, you can go through them all, can't you? Do you know what I mean? You look at Robbie Fowler, how many caps he got. You look through that list, fucking hell, I can't moan. Do you know what I mean? I didn't get picked. Look at them boys, you know what I mean, for what they achieved in the Premier League. So I think that you've got to look at it logically, you've got to look at it both ways. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's the same thing. I said Ricky got his chance the year after from me, even though like I'd scored 15 the year before, and I was buzzing that Ricky got called up because I was the advocate for like, if you're doing well, get called up, and he did.
That success with Norwich climbing, it must have been climbing through the leagues. It must have been a tight knit squad, and just going back to them Christmas dues, like who's the instigator? Who's the? I
think we had a great bunch. We had all different ones. Yeah, like Wes Ulan was quiet, but then all of a sudden chirping. There's lads in the squad like Matty Gill and people like that, Owen Tudor Jones, Michael Nelson. People are like
Nelson.
Yeah, probably names that people don't really recognise, but for us were massive. Even though like Gillian has
got on the Herbalife now.
Oh, not yet. No, fucking hell. I'm sick of hearing about it.
About it on his fucking.
I'm sick of hearing it. He's done his shoulder again now, so he's not been tweeting, has he?
Oh, fucking Herbalife. I know
you're
more.
What no, you don't fancy it.
I know more what he's having for his tea than what fucking I myself.
Yeah, he fucking loves it. He just get his shoulder again the other day, so if he not doing as many.
Is it gym fucking 4 times a day? Who goes to gym 4 times a day?
Someone who's semi-retired.
Yeah,
that's what you do for
fucking washing machine just means he's going constantly. He's fucking gym gear.
With his gear.
Is that why you don't go? Because the washing belt.
Yeah.
And his dishwasher for all his little pots he has to put in there.
Oh Jesus Christ Almighty!
But he's like, it's just them. They like all different people in the background. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like different stuff you used to do and places you used to go. I remember like the Christmas do with you, like wearing his fancy dress and we all had to take our stuff here. I remember Matty Gill. I was like, when you look at someone thinking, why have you got all that fucking gear? Like we're only going for like 2 days, and you're thinking, what fucking costume have you got in there? It's like fucking full backpack. This and that. Played Huddersfield and we beat them 3-0. It was 0-0 at half time. It was fucking snowing. Ridiculous. And here Lambert comes in half time. You're same thing as you. If you fucking don't win the second half, Christmas dues cancel. I'm not even joking. And that gives you the rocker straight away. 1-3-0 here, and it was fucking snow all the way down there. And we fucking all had our club shoes on, fucking skating everywhere as I going along. And he came with this backpack, and everyone had got changed all different. He gone with another gorilla where you get the fucking cage in the front. So like literally, so Gilly's like head in the cage, so it looks like you're in the cage, but the fucking machine's massive, right? But the funniest thing was, so we went to the sports bar in London. So we hired the room upstairs, so we had the little room in there. And so fucking every 2 seconds, you know, when you like see someone like going, like Gilly kept on putting his hand in his drink. I was like, what the fuck is he keep doing that for? So he kept putting his hand in his drink, taking ice cubes out and thinking, what the fuck? So I go over to him and said, what are you fucking doing? He went, oh yeah, look at my hand. And literally fucking put his hand out there. He had blisters all over his fucking hands where he'd been trying to make this fucking outfit all night, trying to get it sorted for the next day, and literally had blisters all over his hands, splinters in hands. He's like, fucking hands are killing me.
Like an IKEA,
Like literally like full IKEA set. Because he's got in it, and he's in it like, so the whole day he's like fucking like walking along like editing this thing. So we're going along anyway, so we literally got in this sports bar and we're like literally leaving, whatever it was. We had times up, you need to leave and this and this. So I said to Declan Rudd. So I went as the abominable snowman. So I was fucking this big abominable snowman's outfit. So Declan Rudd went as American football. I said, right, we're leaving in like a couple of minutes. As soon as we're about to leave, chuck the ball to fucking Gilly. And then, next to him, someone's going to put it on the top and I'm just going to fucking hit him. So literally like, right lads, drink up. Last thing, this fucking ball's gone in, and I've just ran in right through the fucking the wooden thing, collapsed it, smashed it everywhere. Gilly's on his back, and everyone just fucking bundled in. And so you got like Mario, fucking everyone in this like sports and fucking jump on the top. And Gilly's on the bottom, like head through these chain, fucking things everywhere.
Out for 3 months.
Oh, it's just fucking
So
thing.
it's took him however many hours.
Yeah,
he's
to
got
do
blisters
it.
all that, and you just fucking done him.
smashed
Devils
it, yeah.
everywhere.
We had Owen to the Jones. Well, he went as the deep sea diver. So everyone was just like literally buying an extra pint that's going past him, just to see how long it would last. But like, just we had different characters all the way through, like people you wouldn't think, do you know what I mean? Who you did like laps and people like that. Just everyone was so different, like all different thing. And then obviously when we got promoted, I actually got promoted to the Premier League unbelievably at Portsmouth. So like having that one was a younger walking in with the full wrap round of like them going in the Premier League doing what they're doing, and then obviously got
You get a
promoted
trolley
there.
with champagne and cans.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's the only night out I've never been out on them because we missed out a growth scan the next day for the baby. So like we've literally got promoted to the Premier League. They're all fucking champagne flying everywhere, this, that, and the other. And like, right, fuck it, we're staying over now. We're going out. So they end up going out in Southampton in the tracksuits. And I said, I can't. I've got to go back. I've got a growth scan.
Oh,
And they're like, what the fuck are you on about? I said, I can't. I've got to go back. She'll go ballistic and this and the other. I know.
Just tell me how big baby is.
I know.
I'll see you Thursday. Tell me how big baby is.
I couldn't. I ended up like saying, "Oh, sorry, boys, I'm gonna have to go back." And I was like, "Fucking hell!" So you can imagine before now, I'm like fucking up in the air like cloud nine.
That must have been a. It must have been a. You must have been sat in waiting room like that.
Well, this I'm saying. So I had to leave to come all the way back because I had the first appointment in the morning. It was like 10 o'clock, whatever it was. So I'm like now getting a lift back with someone, and you can imagine my phone's going bing, congratulations, bing, 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 and it's like getting more and more and more. So I'm going through these thinking nothing, and next minute here comes first picture. It's just a train of Jaeger bombs fucking everywhere. Sorry, you can't be here, big man. This and like just these videos. And Russell Martin and Andrew Crofts at the time never drank, so they never had a drink. And Russell Martin said about 2 weeks before, he said, if we get promoted, I am fucking on it. And they're like, what? He said, I'm on it. This is the first time I'm going to fucking get it. And I've literally got a picture of Rush with like a fucking bottle of beer, Jaeger bomber, thinking he's going to be in all sorts of hurting the
I bet we're home for 9 o'clock.
Oh my God. Well, as I said, so I got this fucking, I had to jump in a car, come all the way back, got all the way back to the airport because we flew down there, got there, and as I got there to jump out, it was like 3 a.m. I'm getting videos left, right and centre, and walked up to get my car, been dropped off, walked up, all them bastards had blocked me on there. So I couldn't get the fucking car out. So I'm like already like head's falling off thinking they're fucking out Stephen. I couldn't get my car. I had to get a taxi back to the house. So the next morning I literally came back to get the car the next morning and just have there fucking landed in. Oh my God, the state of them coming in. Stephen Hughes.
I bet you wish you'd been in that state though, wouldn't you?
Stephen Hughes was that pissed that he actually, because he was from Glasgow, he'd said to the pilot, where are you going next? He went, we're going up to Glasgow with Logan A. He went, any chance I can catch a lift on there, big man? He didn't catch a lift. So stayed on. He stayed on. So he flew in, kept him on. He had a breakfast, literally red wine all over him, dribbling and that, and then giving him dropping him at Glasgow.
Did you? Well, that's the last game of the season. You got promoted.
Second last.
So
yeah.
what did you do that week? Did you get the old Sheffield United week or?
No, we didn't see anyone. So we literally we had a few days off, and everyone had it, and we came in and just went out. Yeah, we'd done the same year with League One. It was a bit League One the year before. We'd done it like 2 weeks before the end. It was kind of an anticlimax because you weren't seeing anyone, and then you wouldn't see anyone until Thursday. See them Thursday, Friday, play the game and the thing, but. You can't imagine the feel, like the actual feeling of like doing it. Do you know what I mean? When you've done it, I was like, fucking hell, the relief was unbelievable. Especially do it when you've done it with. Do you know what I mean?
Was it a different feeling getting promoted to the Championship than it were the Premier League?
Yeah, like a massive difference.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think because I'd played in it, the Championship, so and I knew you'd never get that Premier League one without the nostalgia of getting in there. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like fucking hell, like you wouldn't. That'll never happen. And then when you've done it, the relief of actually doing it. and actually finishing it. And because we usually Cardiff were playing in the afternoon, and we were in the hotel, and particularly Lambert. So he calls this fucking meeting. He said, right, no one in here watches the fucking game this afternoon. Not one person. No matter what they do, we need to win tonight. I don't give a shit what they do. No one watch it. Yeah. No one's watching it. Yeah, this, that, the other. So we all go. Obviously, we're all in the corridor, aren't we? Everyone's in the same fucking corridor. So we're all sitting there anyway. So we're watching this fucking game. Next week, the fucking scored. I think it was Middlesbrough. So I jumped up, fucking. As I've jumped up like that, fucking out the door. How was that? Like no one dare. But no one dare say anything. Like no one dare say a word in case he heard it. Well, we didn't know where the fuck he was or who it was, but no one said a word.
These goals are crushing my dreams.
Killing your dreams. Sorry,
crushing me.
So then the second goal goes in. Same thing. It's about 42 minutes or whatever it was. Second goal goes in. Same thing corridor. Fucking as we've gone out, Wes Houlihan comes out like the door, fifth down. Just starts doing roly-polies down the fucking middle of it.
All silence though.
Yeah, like silence.
Like a silent movie.
He's just like doing roly-polies. I think it was like
try and keep it in.
And then we walked out. I think it ended up being 3-0 it was as we were going on the bus, and literally fucking we got on the ground and that we came in and there's a few things. I can't remember who it was. Steve, what's the manager? What was his name? Can't remember his
Cottrell.
name. Steve Cottrell was the manager at the time. So we're watching the feed as it goes in, and Portsmouth are saying, good Norwich, but they don't think they're going to come in easy, get an easy ride. We're going to make it difficult for them, and we think we'll take points off them because we've got our ambitions. And we're all sitting on the bus thinking, what the fuck's this cunt going on about? I'm thinking, we're waiting. And he give us even more ammo to get right, we'll fucking show you when we get there. We end up beating them 1-0. Simeon Jackson scored, and it was fucking just nuts. But it's just madness how you get in there and the whole thing about you just know next year you got Premier, you got this, that, and the other, and all that. Great for everyone.
Who was the best you played against in the Prem? Where you thought he bullied us here?
Yeah, it's hard. I always say about Sylvan Distan. I thought I went short for the ball and then span him behind him, and the ball got stuck in the channel. I've done him here. By the time I turned around, he'd fucking got it. Where the fuck did he come from? He was 35 then. And literally came back, and you're thinking, wow, that you just knew then that was the different levels of the cleverness.
But you know when you were playing, because you've played in League Two, and defenders at that level you can't get any more physical than that, I don't think.
No.
In the lower leagues, even below that, you've played in that. Did you always think I can bully them?
I always thought it was always all right, because I always knew no matter who I played against, if the ball came into me, you had to be decent and strong to get me off the ball, because I could use my body well. I could pin most people. It didn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? And I'd done it for all them years. You'd learned that you don't put your head there, because otherwise it's getting kicked off, or you're doing that, or you don't. Do you know what I mean? So you were clever with it. The thing that I thought was the hardest is you can never say who's the best, because like I said, I played against Vincent Kompany and he never moved off that halfway line.
Because he didn't have to.
He kept the ball, and then I'm run like a lunatic. And all of a sudden, 20 minutes come, my first touch, I'm breathing on my ass, and I'm not trying to grapple with him. And it's like a boxer. If a boxer's sitting there and it's just nice and easy, and you're running around like a lunatic trying not to get it was just so effortless for them because they weren't tired. Do you know what I mean?
Macho Man Randy Savage, he can just sit off.
Yeah.
He can let the Big Show wear himself out.
And then
Bish bash boss, job done, isn't it?
You've won the Royal Rumble.
1, 2, and 3, job done.
Big elbow. Shouting to Elizabeth, will you marry me? Well, that's what it's like. You just defend. You just defend all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's like
you did all right at Prem.
I know.
Just
wasted,
just defend, just tackling and running and
I'd have done the
stuff
job.
like that. The thing that obviously I've noticed, I think it's just the pace of everybody. Everybody's fucking quick.
Yeah.
Even like the ones who you watch on the telly and you think
he's not that quick.
But
and
he's just fucking.
Remember you look at Modric in the middle of here, and the ball came into him and he took a touch and went that way. The ball went that way and he went that way. I was like, I've got him here. So I've turned that way. Before I turned, he was on the fucking 18-yard box. Yeah. And that's to look at Modric. You think, wow.
You're not thinking
he's one of the quick ones, but he's just gone. He's just gone, and that's the trouble. Is the speed that they move the ball around. That you just think. And like I said, to talk about the better players you're with, they're with the best players in the world. So they make one run, they know you can put it wherever you want, and that's the difference. When you see the quality,
I think that's the why it takes teams sort of month, 2 months to adapt to it. Yeah. It's just the actual pace of it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the main difference.
I think it goes one or two ways. You either get it quick, So like you kind of know what they're doing, and your plan, you take the hype from you going up, and you
Like Sheffield have.
yeah, and a bit like Norwich, Sheffield, you kind of go up and you take that hype and the Villa, and you take the hype with you, and you kind of know what you're doing, and you stick to your game plan, you do it. Or you get the other ones that really struggle to adapt to it, and then they come good at the end when they realise what it is.
Yeah.
What you tend to find is it probably goes the other way around. You get the curve, you get to Christmas, they've got a game plan, they know who your players are. Use Norwich, for example, you know who Pookie is, you know they knew what I was like when I was in there, what I'd done, and this, that, and the other, and they kind of have a format of like, what if we stop him doing that?
Yeah.
And the other difference is, I remember we played at Arsenal, and we worked on all week. So Paul, the gaffer, walks in and went, right, this week we're playing 4-2-2-2. We all fucking looked at him. What do you mean 4-2-2-2? So we're playing 4 at the back, 2 sitters in front of them, and you and Wes up top. But essentially you're the one, but Wes will be somewhere near you. And he said, so all we have to do is show Arsenal wide, because they don't cross it.
Yeah.
They want to play free all the time, show them wide. So we worked on this for like a week, all week, show them wide, this and the other. Anytime we got it, hit Holt, because they leave it exposed, Wes comes after you, that's it. Perfect. Got the game plan, teams named, fucking go in, show them wide, down the line. Left back goes into Thomas Rosicky slips inside 35 yards out, bends it in the top corner. And
Fuck you, Paul. Paul, you fucking moron.
That would have happened if we had a Christmas do.
Let them go wide, yeah, no bother. And that's the difference. Like, your game plan's just fucking. We actually ended up, by the time half time came, we were 2-1 up. It actually worked the game plan. And then Robert Van Persie came on, they started doing crosses from wide, he scored 2. And then Steve Morrison scored later on. But you fucking can't allow for it, because you think every time you think you're in the game, they just kill you. Someone will step up and go bang, oh shit, 1-0 down. I talk about Gareth Bale here, we played the game, I was on the bench. He stood near that dugout for 20 minutes and never moved. He done about 3 runs where he went short, he's came with me. Then he went inside, he hasn't came with me. And then the third run he fucking went and scored. Literally got it in a horn, just processing the game so much. Bang, 1-0, Gareth Bale, 28 minutes. Done the same second half, came off in 75. Just like the cleverness of like working out where his runs are going to be, and he knew that we'd have to mark him because you can't just leave him free. And it's just brilliant. And that's the difference.
That the year when he were flying?
Yeah.
Is that what did he run from the halfway line? Were you playing that game?
Yeah, from here, in the corner, yeah. Literally, that's what I'm saying. It was his first touch, ran from here, ran through Ding John Ruddy. Second half, done exactly the same thing. And like he hadn't moved. It was just unbelievable to watch, and you think that's why you'll eventually be wherever you are. Do you know what I mean? But that's a Premier League in a nutshell. Every time you think you're in it, you're not.
I think I played against him for Stoke at 17 at Southampton, and he just looked like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Obviously 17-year-old, bless him, but like that's what makes them so good, is the fact that they will learn, and then they get to a point where they just
go to the next level, don't they? Well, that's to say, we had Harry Kane, didn't we?
Yeah, what was that like? What was he like then?
He was good. He just got injured. He'd done his knee. He got in the team and he played well, and then he came back and trained, and he'd done his knee, and he had to go back to Spurs after that, which was a shame for him, really. But a great guy, great kid, like finishing was ridiculous.
Even back then, you knew he was gonna
small-sided games. Do you know what I mean? He never missed anything else. Like same as like you said, thought he'd end up going to be England captain. Absolutely not. At the time watching him, couldn't really hold it up, couldn't really link play, couldn't really do that kind of side of stuff. But the one underlying thing was you just knew he could finish. You know what I mean? It's small. You know, in small sides, don't you get them ones that chance 1-0, and that's what he's like after the end of sessions. You go and do 20 balls right foot, 20 balls left foot, regardless of what he'd done. You could tell he had the work thing and that side of stuff. And once you seen him starting to learn all the other side, you could see he was going to go and just score goals. You know what I mean? But I said it's the same as you. You wouldn't have looked him and said, "Oh, he'll go on to do that." Do you know what I mean?
When it came to leaving Norwich, then was it just a case of you weren't getting the many games and you wanted to get back?
No, in the contrary. I actually played more games under Chris Hughton than I did under Lambert. I just didn't like Chris's the way he was as a manager. I just didn't. Not personally. Like I never fell out with him. Never had an argument with him. Never bickered with him. Obviously in games differently. Like half times, full times, and it was just a case of just didn't like his philosophy. I just didn't like the way he done it.
Very defensive.
Too defensive. We're going for Paul Lambert, who's literally all action, go and get goals and this, that and the other.
Not playing to your strengths.
Well, not even mine, just the way we were as a group. We just didn't play to that way. We changed the mindset, which started changing as a group, individuals coming in, the way we played. I just wasn't enjoying it. I literally I played the game, And we have an argument once, and literally came out and he said, look, if you don't like the way I'm going to play, you're not going to play. I said, that's fine, because I'm bored to death playing the way you're playing anyway, so just leave me out, I don't give a shit. And it's basically kind of that scenario. But I never had an argument in like, I'd never slag him off. He's the nicest guy I've ever met, and I've got the utmost respect for him as a manager and as a guy, and I'd never slag him off. But in the manager terms, the way I want to be is see and play as a player, I thought it was horrendous.
Do you think that's why? You think that's why they got potted at Brighton?
I was going to say that.
Well, that's why, innit? That's why they went down that route. You can't argue him as a manager what he's done. He's done it in Newcastle, got them up, done well with us when we're here. Ended up moving, got to Brighton, got them promoted again. But the philosophy side, that's his mindset. And as I said, for me,
and you've been at what were you here, 33, 34?
Yeah, just kind of.
So you wanted to enjoy.
Yeah, I should have left. I keep saying this, and I've said the Norwich one before. I should have left when Lambert left here before putting a transfer request in. The board were fucking about the chief executive here with contracts. I had an argument with them here. I was supposed to have a meeting with them. It's a fucking long story short. I had a meeting with them here. They cancelled the meeting, told me we had something else and it was really important. They went to watch the fucking cricket at Lords.
Oh well, in fact, I agree with him.
Yeah, so yeah.
Fuck us, captain.
Yeah, don't bother. We had a session at Lords, so they fucked up and went there. So I kind of like thought, well, fuck you, I'll stick this transfer request and see how you like that. And then we played Adam Jury's testimonial up here, and they left me out to dry. I'd agreed a deal with them on the Monday to sign the contract, and they went, we can't do it. I shook their hand on the deal. I said, I want it announced before his testimonial because it's his day, and they fucked me over and didn't give me it, and literally went to see what the fans would say. And as soon as I stepped on the pitch, all the fans started all singing, all dancing, and then they shit themselves and had to come back and give me the deal. Literally the next 2 days they come and agreed a deal. But I should have left there and then. I shouldn't have stayed. I should have left. He'd run his course. The gaffer had left. He'd gone to Villa and stuff.
Is that where you'd have gone?
I don't think so. I don't think he took me there. But I had West Ham at the time. I'd offer like $5 million, which I was quite keen on going because I just knew it was. I knew I'd seen what Chris was like at Brighton. I knew I'd seen him at Birmingham. Seen him at Birmingham. I'd seen what he was like at Newcastle. I knew they had good teams and stuff. But I knew I'd heard what he was like philosophy. I knew I wasn't going to enjoy it, and I should have left, but I didn't. I said I had another good year, scored 8 goals, and then I basically came back in the summer. I'd lost 4.5 kilos. I was so fit. I thought I'm going to.
Okay, you have to write that down.
I know, yeah, write it down. Yeah. Herbalife it was.
Diet plan.
It was Herbalife anyway.
I'd have to chop my leg off me from fucking.
I had the whole summer. I went away. I hadn't really drank because obviously we'd had the England thing. Look, I need to do it properly. I'd done the whole the year before. I'd had all that, and then I had that season with scored another 8 goals, and I thought, look, I'm in a good thing here. And I came back 4 kilos, and I walked in and said, look, there's rumours that I was going to go here and there, and he said there's other ways. And I came in and said, look, you're not going anywhere. I was like, that's fine for me, perfect, you're not getting sold, great. Gave me pre-season, and then done all my pre-season, and literally got a phone call saying, we've just sold you to Wigan for $2 million. I was like, well, you've not even asked me if I want to go or not. And
so you didn't have there was no say in it?
There's no say in it, literally. We've agreed the fee.
So did you think to yourself, well, I'll tell you what, if they've agreed that, I'm not going until I get X?
Well, it wasn't a case of the X, it was more the fact is they wanted me to leave, so I was not going to stay here. What I didn't want to be is the person that they just bought a new forward, Ricky Van Wolfswinkel, for £10.5 million. What I didn't want to be, I did not want to be that person who stepped 2 yards on the touchline for a warm-up after 15 minutes and the whole crowd erupt. Yeah. 3-time player of the year on the bench, and they erupted as soon as I stood up there.
I'll be honest, he would have loved to have been that player.
Yeah, I'd have been getting that one. walking past manager like that.
We had this slap. They know. So song sheets.
You come from your warm up down that bottom corner. You just stretch your calves off for 10. They're all singing for me, them gaffer.
You hear that?
I'll be here fucking longer than you will, pal.
That's the thing, innit? But I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be that because I knew that's what it'd end up being, and he didn't really want to play me because someone else was coming in, and he didn't want and I don't think they wanted the aggro. So I was like, right, that's fine, I'll leave. And then obviously I fucked off to Wigan.
But he had a shocker, didn't he, that lad?
I'm just
he scored one goal. Yeah.
Van Wolf's fucking burger.
Van Wolf's 10 million. 10 million quid and literally scored one goal.
Sometimes you're just better off just sticking with what you've got. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I said. They started changing the whole squad. They got excited. They started bringing other people in. They signed other people, and then it didn't really work. And then obviously, but that's the way it changes, isn't it? That's different mindset, different. I always remember going in the fucking argument here for the wages. for the bonuses for the end of the season. So I went and said, "Oh, that's what the lads want as a stay-up bonus," because obviously, like, and they're like, "All right, that's fine. You're not getting anywhere near that." I said, "That's fine. You tell them that you're not getting them bonuses." And they were like, "Oh no, you'd be on next year's bonuses." Last year's, I was like, "Well, that's fine." I said, "Can we have your fucking bonus? Because you got £1 million you come when we got promoted to the chief exec," which I don't think he was too happy with. So, and he was just kind of that. He was kind of in the end, he was just like, "I need to leave, really." And
So if I remember right, did this like they stayed up the first year and started like spending quite a few.
They stayed up the year I was there. And
they got somebody from Tottenham, centre half from Tottenham.
Basson.
Basson.
So
they started.
So Bass was here with us and Alex Tetty and stuff. So we brought decent players in. There was a lot of money went to other areas that didn't really work. So the year I left, I went down. You make of that what you will.
You were dying to get that in, weren't you? You had a little stab before.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you he scored there?
We're better off signing Van Helsing than fucking Van Bolt.
Yeah,
Berger or his goal.
Fucking. It's just you know when you just know you need to go. It's just kind of like you saw me. I need to go. We moved back home. I'd not been home with Carlisle for literally since I'd left, and I thought, right, we can move back there. Go
So
to
Wigan in the Prem then?
They just got relegated.
Right.
So one of the main
Coyle?
Matteo?
yeah, with Coyle, yeah.
What's he called? The foreign Martinez. What are the man?
No, Roberto just left. He'd gone to Everton.
Right.
He got them relegated, then got them moved to Everton, which is unbelievable, which is great. That's a dream
You get
move.
potted and they get the Belgium job.
Yeah.
Some fucking agent, isn't he?
Yeah, dream move. So then Coyle came in, and
Did
then
you find him?
Yeah, brilliant.
He was tipped for
Absolutely
Arsenal
loved him.
job at one point. wasn't
Absolutely
he?
loved him. Yeah, he was very much for the players. As long as the players are happy, that's what they do. He's probably the worst thing that ever happened to him. We had Roberto Martinez, who was up here with like discipline, detail. And Owen was down here, and he just wanted the lads to be happy and enjoy the game. And then
He's been successful at Burnley, yeah?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
really.
the detriment had literally, because he got half a squad who were like that, and half a squad who kind of came in. It was kind of a balance and didn't really work. And then we were doing
You
Europe
think
as
he's
well.
too lax? I mean, what you just?
I think managers have their own style.
Yeah.
But then you could say it was Roberto too. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's
I'm just
in between.
thinking tip for Arsenal job, and then has he just been sacked recently or left Ross County?
Yeah, and
He's
then
been-
so Ross County
County.
was back at But I don't know. It's just kind of that thing. I'd gone there because they're in Europe as well. So we've done Europa League. Do you know what I mean? So we've done all that and got to go Ruben Kazan and stuff, which is good. Community Shield. They were kind of you thought they were going to go up and you go there with all the expectations of playing, and then obviously I think it was about the 6th game in. I got bone bruise and it was out for about 3 months. In the minx of that, Owen had got sacked, and then Juve came in and thought I was fucking chucking one with my knee because I just couldn't get back. Fucking hell, someone died here. What? That was like your volley when you did it. No, it was probably the celebration when he jumped up and fucking landed
On the knees. So, just the last tremor just finished.
Well, he's got, he's
Never put him at some point.
I know, sorry.
Not him.
But you keep nailing them anyway, so
Exactly, just leave it there.
that's what I mean. But he was just kind of, when you go in there with all the expectations, everything's going to go great, and I got injured, and then he came in and thought I was chucking it, and then
And he got the job from Brentford.
he came from Brentford, yeah.
How did that conversation go? Did he confront you and say, I think you're chucking it? Or
No,
was
it
it
was
through
a-
the physio?
No, it was a weird one. I came when Owen was kind of getting near the end. There was a bit of pressure on, like I'm thinking I need to get my ass back here to help him out a little bit. So I kind of played through the knee, but it wasn't right. You know, when you just know. And I kept like coming off. I was like, something's not fucking right here. And we kept going back getting scanned. It was like just a cloud, a black block around my knee. You could just see it was severe bone bruising. And then because I was playing with it, and then he came in, and I said, right, I'm injured. I think he thought, he's chucked it. He never said that to me. He just kind of thought that's what it was.
Right, so-
And then obviously when I wasn't, he just kind of came back from my knee. Then Lambert rang me and said, oh, do you want to come on loan? And basically to Villa, I was like, well, what's he saying? He's like, oh yeah, go and play there, and you're not finished here, go and get some games, and then obviously you've got 2 years left, we'll reassess it when you come back, and this, that and the other. And that was that. So I went to Villa, and my knee kind of got a little bit better, and I got fit in that again. And then similar scenario, got to the end of the season, he just rang me in and said, look, he's not come back in the building, I don't like him, he's not fit, he's not this. And they just missed out on going up into the playoffs. They just missed out, and they've done well in the FA Cup semi-finals. Remember they got the semi-finals a year after with him, so he kind of had that power now where he'd do whatever he fucking wants. He said he's not come back in the building, blah blah. I said, my agent's like, well, that's fine, he'll fucking leave tomorrow, just pay him what he's worth and he'll leave, because his mum, he's just bought a house in Carlisle, he's brought his missus back, and everyone's in the building and they're happy at school and that, so he's not leaving for fuck all. He's got 2 years left. and he wants to stay local, so it's going to limit where he wants to be, where he's going to move next.
You've got to make it happen.
Yeah, going to make it happen for him. Nah, he's not getting a penny. This and the other. I said, that's fine then. So I done pre-season, and I came I was doing a bit at home with a couple of local people I knew, a bit of teams, and that didn't really fit. Came back, same thing. We've done pre-season testing, I was at the front of the running, which I'd never been for fucking.
That surprised
never
me.
have been.
I'll be honest with you, that surprised
Yeah,
me.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I'll fucking get you back.
I surprised myself. But I was like at the front of the runner. I managed to get, obviously the usual boys, you know, that you're never going to catch them. But I was like, every time I was hitting this and the other, I got fit as a fiddle. And we're going to Germany on the Sunday. We're going to Germany on the Sunday. So I came in Thursday, done all the testing on the Friday, and then they were putting the squad out on Saturday to go to Germany. So I walked in the Saturday morning. And as I walked in, they said, the manager wants to have a chat with you. So I said, a bit weird. So I walked up and he said, basically walked in his fag. You're not going to be here anymore. I don't want you anymore. You're a bad egg. I don't like you in the dressing room. From now on, you're going to be with the 23s. You're going to be with them. You in their dressing room. They know what they're doing with you. You're going to be with them all the time. You're going to leave the football club, this, that, and the other. I just basically said to him, look, whatever your opinion is, I don't give a shit. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. I've told you I want this, and this to leave because I want to be here. You won't get a penny from this football club. I'll make your life hell. I'll get you out of the building. I said, well, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. You do know I'm on the management committee for the PFA. So I know every single fucking rule that there is. And he's like, yeah, I know all the rules. You'll see this, that, and blah, blah. I was like, not a problem. And then my last gambit is when I walked out the room and he said, Don, you be with them tomorrow. I said, that's not a problem. I said, if you think you're going to piss me off out this building by doing whatever you want to do to me, just remember this little quote. 18 years ago, I was on £150 as a tyre fitter. And I used to work from 8 in the morning to fucking 5 at night. Then I used to go and play football for fun. So if you think the money I'm going to be bothered about, you can get me at fucking 6 in the morning if you want and let me leave at 6 at night. I don't give a shit. Because that money is fucking far outweighs what I've done used to before. So good luck, have a nice trip in Germany. I'll see you when you get back.
Mic drop.
Shut the door and walked out, and literally that was the end of it. Like, they never told me in this and either. So then the best laugh was, so they went away for a week in Germany. So the weekend after, I had to go away to a camp with the 18s and like 16-year-olds and 23s. I had to go to the fucking camp with them at Warwick Uni. So like a fucking 32-year-old man, Warwick Uni, in a little like university cab, and they're like doing things on the night like Team Bond and that, and I was literally just watching the Tour de France all day, doing the training like Tour de France.
Fucking hell, Warwick must have been boring if he watching the
That's
Tour
what I
de
said.
France.
I was literally watching that, and he's like nuts. So it's like the most bizarre thing. So we'd go training ground, and I've seen it before. No, I mean, we've all seen it. Lads get fucked off in other dress room, and it depends on your character and this and that. I had a time where I had to be in at 8 o'clock every morning, so I had to be in the 23's dress room. But the best laugh was at the Wigan training ground was when you walked in. So say you walk through the door, you had the canteen on the right where everyone had to eat in the morning. Then it was 23's first team. So every morning I had to like go in, and all the staff had to be in for breakfast. So me being me, I used to fucking walk in like, "I'm morning, you alright? How's everyone today? You alright?" This and that. I was like, who's letting me in today? Do you know what I mean? Like in the door and that. I was like, you're not going to beat me. You're not going to beat me. But the best laugh was they all knew I was in the building anyway, because at the time I had my Aston Martin. So I used to fucking rock in at like 7:30. I used to get there early at 7:30 on purpose, and every time I pulled in the car park, I just went.
So why did you think you were a cunt then?
I don't know. Everyone was in like 7:30. Used to walk in, ball in every morning. But it was like I used to have my own personal trainer because I had the fitness guy, and he got him. Look, it's so embarrassing. I played it. I remember there's a pre-season against Rochdale, so I wasn't allowed to eat with the lads. Wasn't allowed to be around the lads. Wasn't allowed to train with the first team. Wasn't allowed to be around them. So I've gone in this Friday. I've walked in and I'm walking out. They took me squad number off of me and all that, so I didn't have a squad number in this and so. Anyway, I'm walking out and Big Scotty Cat goes, "All right, big un? Yeah, you all right, son? Yeah, what you up to? When have you seen? Seen fucking what? Yeah, you're not seeing it, no. No? What are you on about? I'll leave that with you. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow? What the fuck's he gone on about? So anyway, I walked a little with Perchy. Perchy walks and went, "See you tomorrow." I'm thinking, what the fuck are you going on about? Have a look at the board. Walk the board. They put me fucking name in the squad for Rochdale for a pre-season friendly. So I'd not kicked the ball with the first team. I wasn't allowed to be near the first team. Wasn't allowed to be around them. I'm now in the squad for Rochdale. I played the game 90 minutes in pre-season.
I'm tipping that like the Rochdale have asked for you to play.
Well, or whatever. I don't know.
They must have.
So I played
to get the crowd up and all that.
I played 90 minutes. And then literally finished the game. They went, "Oh, just let you know, you're back in at 8 o'clock in the morning." So I was back binned off with the other lads. So I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. This went on for like ridiculous. No, you know the stories, 8 till 3, doing all that shit. Couldn't have breakfast, blah blah. So then we then get to like, I'm thinking I'm not leaving until you sort me out. So I got to fucking we had Burton away in the League Cup. Same thing, wasn't I training with lads, this and the other. I'm walking out, I'm balling out, this and the kit man went, what number do you want then? I said, what for? He went, squad, tomorrow you're not seeing the board, you're in it. I went, you fucking taking the piss? He went, no, what do you want? I've got 42 or 45. I went, I don't know actually.
I'd have gone, give me 104.
I was like,
Fuck it.
I'll have 42. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go, I'm going to get taken to the game. 18th man, be in the stand, like whatever. Next minute, our fucking player was on the bench, put me on the bench, fucking playing the game, this, that and the other. So I'm literally sitting on the bench with no boots on. So boots are on the floor. Not to put them on, I'm thinking, I'm never going on here, sitting there with boots on. Looking around, like, watching this game. Next minute, like, Holt, get ready, you're going on. Me? Yeah, you're going on.
Is there some sort of mistake?
I was like,
here,
these must be taking the piss. So like, literally put me fucking boots on anyway. Got my shirt on that, and literally he's like walked here. So went, just go up front. I was like, look at the pitch.
Go up front.
Just go up front. Just literally fucking went on the pitch. Anyway, I went on, hit the bar, set the goal up, the score. Nearly got back in the game. Ended up getting to do 2-1. Come in the game afterwards, and he's like nailing people, disgrace this, that, and the other. And I got told the PFA, whatever you do, don't say anything that can kill you. So he's going around like giving an opinion on Brownie. Fucking hell, Brownie, you can't. You run the challenge, you do fuck all else. Know what I mean? This, that, and the other.
Knows his football,
knows his football.
Knows his place.
Goes around next one. He's finished. Nothing been said to me, and I was that close to sticking my hand up going, have you got an opinion for me? Because you've not said anything. I was like, I can't do it because I keep having this little niggle of like PFA in me. Do fuck all.
I thought you were going to say he's put some soda cream on his arse there, giving people bollockings.
Fucking hell.
Warnock style.
He's just a prick, absolute prick. So the best thing ever, or the worst thing that ever happened to me was the story when he got sacked. I wasn't there. And he pulled his calf because at the end he was doing all the warm-ups and everything because he'd lost the plot. And the boys told me that he'd been doing like up, down, right, left, ooh, calf's gone. So he had to leave with like walking with all his stuff like limping. I was like, I wish I'd fucking seen that. But the one thing I was gutted about was I actually got so we're having breakfast and the rules were I had to be out of the canteen at 9:30.
So what happened? What happened if you still sat in there at
Well,
quarter to 10?
exactly. These were the rules. I was out by at 9:30, right? So bear in mind that most of the boys that I ever played with, or I knew them. Do you know what I mean? The first team boys. So they used to come and see me nearly every day anyway. Are you all right today? How are you feeling? No, like the usual banter, this and the other. So I'm out sitting having breakfast. So I'm sitting down there having a coffee and this and the next minute Cast comes down, then Perchie, then Leon Barnett, then Sean Maloney. Now like they've all came in early and I was sitting with me breakfast and the staff were over there. But
you got yourself a little clan then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They've all now bothering me. So like he's over there. So like all the staff's over there.
Was Rob Kelly there?
No, Rob wasn't there then. So all the staff were on the other side. Like Graham Barrow and all them were sitting over there, Jimmy and that. They're all sitting there and Juve came down. And he walked in and he's like looked and they're all around me. So he came in, right? So I say I'm sat here, shook your hand, shook everyone's hand. I'm here, didn't shake my hand. So I'm like here, got up, morning, shook down, staff. And I'm like fucking sitting there. And the next minute, so I'm thinking, right, okay, you've killed yourself now because you fucking bullied me in the workplace effectively. So I'm fucking sitting there. Next minute, Joe came in, Joe Parkey. He was like in Ruva Collins said, get him out of the canteen, he shouldn't be in there with the pros. Joe went, can I have a quick word? I went, no, you can't have a word, Joe. I said, look, this is ridiculous. I said, but the good thing is, I said, these lot actually annoy me with my breakfast. I'm sitting here with a bit of peace and I don't want to hear what these say. These are having a fucking nightmare at the minute. They can't win a game. And it's just like, it's like joking. The boys like half sniggering. And I stood up and said, now just to let you know, I've been waiting 4 months, but you finally fucked yourself. So I am going to leave now because I'm off to see Caroline, who's the head of HR, because you can't do that. It's bullying in the workplace. So have a great fucking day, and you'll get me later this afternoon. And fucking bowled off with Joe. Fucking put the letter in HR, and fucking literally as he left, he was in, we were supposed to have a conference, but I went to Huddersfield by then on loan because I thought now was the time to leave. 2 months before January, I went out on loan. And we're in the middle of like a process to get him done, but then they sacked him, so he didn't get the fucking nuts.
That's mad, isn't it?
Just crazy stuff, like the most random stuff used to happen. I was driving down the M6.
Just not even on a football level.
Yeah, in
right?
a life level.
Just as a person level. Hiya, mate. Yeah, morning,
Yeah.
morning. And just
Twat.
Yeah.
and just blank someone.
And
you
then-
can't do that on
exactly.
a human
Any
level.
work site.
And then getting Joe Parkinson to get you out. Why don't if you
Grow some
felt
fucking
back-
balls.
the bollocks to say it,
so fuck off, Holly.
The bollocks, yeah.
Would-
9:30, fucking get out.
Yeah.
Was there
Exactly.
a like contributing factor to that though, or was it just the fact that he thought that you'd gone to Villa and then you were performing a bit, and he thought you just didn't want to be there and you were
I don't know,
slagging it
but
off?
have the conversation.
That's what. So
That's
there
what
was
I mean, there's
that
no-
conversation
there's no-
didn't happen.
never
There were no
happened.
argument. There were no.
I basically got the conversation that like, you're leaving, you don't want you to be here. That was the conversation. Obviously, you thought I was on too much money, you wanted me out of the building. And that's the way it was.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But
if
if
you
he
said
just
to me,
said,
if you said to me,
look,
look, Holly, I can't have you on that much money, this, that, and the other, blah, blah. I don't fancy you as a player. So, and I was like, that's fine.
We'll
I
give
said,
you X. You'll get
Yeah.
sent sorted out for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I went to the conversation. He had the conversation about getting rid of me, and basically in the end, they're like, right, we'll leave you. And the chairman said to me, look, at the time, look, if you don't agree this deal, I'll have you back in the squad, this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. So that's fine, I'm not agreeing with it. And then he done fuck all either. Do you know what I mean? So it's the same thing. The one thing that pisses me off in football is the same thing. When they don't want you, they're quick to want to shun you, and everyone thinks you're the bad one, you would want to be here. And that's not the case with the Wigan one. That was never the case. Every time I put that shirt on for Wigan, I worked my ass off. The same. I could have easily tossed the burnt one off. And thought, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not played. Like, why the fuck am I going to try and get you through to the, you know what I mean, the next round when you fuck me off and you get all the bad PR in the background? And it's the same thing. It's like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, isn't it? That's manager. That's her opinion. But I said in the end, I had the last laugh. He got the fucking sack. And
It's just different to any other workplace, innit? You can't do that in any other workplace, can you?
well, you can see what's happening now.
You know what I
People-
mean?
You can see what's happening now. People getting the sack and this, that, and the other. And for what happened to me there, and I wasn't the first. I wouldn't have been the last to other people that it happened to. But in any other workplace, it never happened. But I was never bothered by it because I was old enough and I was wise enough and I
Yeah.
didn't give a shit. There's other lads in the dressing room who'd done it to as well, younger lads who it got to quickly and they got out on loan dead quickly. But it was never going to happen with me. The thing that I said the one thing that never really bothered me. When you don't shake the hand thing, it's just a little bit of disrespect.
Yeah, that's even on a life level. Not
Because
even
I'd
football.
done more than he'd fucking done in football, even though he was at Man City. I'd done fucking more than he'd done.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the bollocks to fucking go and, do you know what I mean? And that was my biggest argument with it. He was in the
Well, a
list.
quick piss, Brett.
Yeah.
Tell us what
Crazy.
happened with that the wind up.
Tell us what happened.
Did I sound professional then?
What really happened,
I
yeah.
thought it was Jackanory.
Without that wind up.
What, with the prank call?
Daesh.
It was like the weirdest thing. It's like, so basically what happened was I was training and I kept getting this fucking missed call, private number, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So I was in the middle of training and my old agent, I wasn't with the agent at the time, my old agent rang me and said, I keep getting this fucking phone call off like Sean Dyche at Burnley. I'm like, right, okay. I said, well, just tell him to ring the agent was with the time. Just tell him to ring him because I'm training. I'm whoever it is, whatever. Just tell him to ring him. And that was it. And then at the time, my missus was in New York with all the sisters. So I had the kids at home. So when my mum was watching the kids at home, but do you know when and I never answer private ever. Never ever, because for years I've seen Snoddy do them, the prank calls. Snoddy's like the king of doing these prank calls. So I've had years of Snoddy ring me and go, hey, it's fuck off, Snods. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? For years I've had them like coming through, and different boys used to do them. We're at like Forrest and this, that, and the other. And for years, and I never pick up a private number. If it's a journalist, I always go, I wait for the voicemail or a messenger say, oh, can you give me a call back? Then I'll ring the club and say, oh, who's this? Yeah. So this agent left me the voicemail saying, oh, he's been trying to get up, he's going to try and ring you. I'm thinking, and I'm like, nah, but I've already told you, don't give me number out, this, that, and the other. So anyway, phone goes down. So I'm now in the car, so I'm driving back from Wigan, and I'm like, this fucking private number comes in again. I'm thinking, I'm going to have to answer this because it might be me missus, like, trying to get hold of me. So I'm thinking, fucking next minute, I'm like, hello? And it's like, hi, it's da-da-da. I'm like, Sean Dash, blah, blah. I was like, oh, are you all right? Because you just don't know, do you?
Yeah, you
can't
not. You can't fuck them off, can you?
You can't,
off.
you can't go, fuck off, Sean. Know what I mean? Like, you can't, can you? You can't just go, no bother, Sean. Yeah, good one. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Because you're thinking, you couldn't do that anyway. So like, I was like, oh yeah, can I give you a call back? I'm just in the was literally in the petrol station. Actually, was in the petrol station. So I was like, I'll give you a call back. Can you give us a call back? I'm in the petrol station, blah, blah, anyway. So anyway, put the phone down, get me petrol, go in the thing, jump back in the car, ring the other agent up and say, have you fucking give Sean Dyche my number? And he's like, yeah, they've been asking us for your number, so I've given you your number because he said he's keen for this, that and the other. And I'm like, but why has he not rang the other agent? And he's like, well, I don't know, this, that and the other. So anyway, something, for fuck's sake, it's killed me now because now I'm going to have to speak to him. So the call comes in.
So the lad's got you now already.
Oh, he's got me. I'm in. But I never like. I wouldn't ever give anything away to him anyway. No, like there's a certain conversation you never had where you'd know, hang on a minute, like this is where.
Yeah,
and if you got me that point, you'd have known. So he's just saying like, oh, what's happening? I was just honest. I told him the truth. Like this is what's happened to Wigan. And there was no thing at the time anyway. And they've said I can go. Gary said I can go. This, that, and the other. Would you come to Burnley or Cosh? You would. Blah blah. This, that, and the other. I said, but I'm still injured. I'm not fit. Blah blah. I'm getting fit. So the whole conversation's going on. And then as the conversation's going on, I'm thinking, right. These aren't the. No, when you're thinking these aren't the questions where you know.
They're just alarm bells.
No, you just know, don't you?
Hold on a minute.
You just know a little bit like these aren't the questions, like because you should know all this stuff, this that, and the other. Then I dropped in about I know so and so. Then he's like, oh yeah, and it's like I'm thinking, it's not that I knew that it wasn't him. I'm just thinking this conversation kind of
It's not
a
going
bit
out
too
it probably
comfortable.
should be.
Yeah, and then basically like in the end of the like so then as the conversation as it goes off, the actual thing goes off. It loses, like the recording goes off. And actually, like, then he starts saying, like, oh, so how much money you're on, and I'm thinking, oh, well, and it's basically, that's a conversation between you and the agent, right? I'm going to have to go. You twig. But I think I wouldn't give that information anyway over the phone, because it couldn't be. And literally, I got the phone, then obviously put the phone down, this and the other, and I was like, rang the agent, I was like, I swear that other guy is like, I swear that's not Sean Dyche. And he's like, well, he rang me, and I said, why did you give me a number in the end anyway? So I rang him. So anyway, I was sitting at home later on, Mrs. in New York anyway, so I got they rang us back about 3 times afterwards on the private number trying to get me to obviously try and pick up to carry on the conversation. Carry on the conversation. I just kept ignoring it because I knew it wasn't her now. So I rang my Mrs. anyway on the way home and said everything all right, blah blah. And then it literally just comes up on Twitter, Grant Holt pranked. And then literally as it came in, I like laughed. I was like, oh, fucking fair play, it's got me there, like. And then literally, so I retweeted it. Like put it out there, retweeted it and done a thing, and then I got a phone call off the football club saying, "Oh, you need to take that down, and it looks shit. You need to take the retweet down and this, that, and the other because you said you want to leave the football club and this, that, and the other." And I was like, "Well, I didn't say that. I was like, I've told them exactly what's happening, kind of thing." I used to do it like that, but I said the thing is, I laughed about it when I'd done it, but the thing is, in seriousness, like I could have got sacked off the back of it, really. Do you know what I mean? Because you kind of said stuff, so like that's why I said to them.
Imagine that when you're like the lads have pranked and you've ended up getting fucking caught.
You could have though, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? You could have got sacked, but I quite retweeted. I was just laughing. I was like, oh, it's a shame they didn't get the other bit of the conversation. Like, oh, what bit of the conversation? Well, it didn't really bother me.
Well, actually, what it then?
Just a young lad from Swansea.
Yeah.
What? Yes, so young lad from Swansea. Yeah, it wasn't like no. He'd done a few with them, I think. He'd done a few with that thing. What had happened was the agent at the time, they'd basically gone on the agent's profile and looked at his profile and had his number, seen who he represented, and thought, oh yeah, we'll have
him.
Have a go at him.
We'll have him, or we'll have a go on the next one. And that's what it was. But I was just laughing about it. It didn't really bother me.
Random kid from Swansea.
Yeah, I think it's why he could be forever. So, but it's
a belter.
Brilliant though.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard it
good.
years ago. It was years ago, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's good
Obviously.
though. I'm quite happy with it. But he's like, you can
The
only.
accent's textbook, isn't it?
Oh, brilliant! It's good.
What's he got the door? Has he got the
Yeah. He's took a mouthful of gravel before he's rang up.
But it's like you just got to laugh with him, don't you? It's like, well done.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
fair
mean? It
play.
didn't bother me, but I said it like, I think it's because I'm the character. It's like, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But
Fair
like
play.
other people could have fucking like could have killed him.
Yeah,
really, but,
got pissed off about it.
I just laugh about it. But it's fucking funny. But fair play to him. But I said at some point someone will fucking get him back with it. But,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Might just fuck him up on his wedding day or something if he ever gets a birthday. Random like fucking start cancelling his wedding plan.
Remember
Where's
me?
my car? Not so funny now, is it? You twat? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So beware if you're out there, you can't. I'm coming for you.
We didn't book that Metallica fucking band, did we, for tonight, love?
Who's going to book the venue? But you just got to laugh at them, man. Like I said, it depends on, as long as it's light hide and you don't really mind. Do you know what I mean? If it's like fucking nasty and that, I'd rather have someone like that than some twat like talking crap over Twitter and saying stupid shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
just saying rubbish stuff that's got no relevance whatsoever. Do you know what I mean?
Some lads will get pissed at that, won't they? Some will be like really fucking be like, that's fucking bang out of order. You know what I mean? So just say fair play.
Yeah,
you've
but
fucking
fair,
got
you've done it. Yeah, like, what can you've done it. What can you moan about? Do you know what I mean? Fucking fair play to him. And when it came up in that I retweeted, it was only I had to take it down because the club told me to take it down. So it wouldn't have bothered me being left up there.
Yeah.
I was engaging with it anyway. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking funny.
I can't believe it's just a random kid from Swansea.
Yeah. I think it's Swansea. That's maybe why I done it, because he fucking hates me from Swansea. I'll show this English bastard. He's getting it. He's got to get it.
Someone mentioned a chicken dance at Rochdale on Twitter.
Yeah, I'd done that because one of my mates used to do it on a night out, and that was as simple as it was. He used to do it, and he said, "Oh, do this tomorrow." I was like, "Right, okay,
Right.
I know what I mean." So I'd done it for them, but what they didn't know is that the bastards had been out the night before and they'd get in till 3 a.m. and woke me up. I was fucking raging with them. I was like, fuck, I had to get done the chicken dance. So it kind of stuck around a little bit. But I always used to do loads. Like I'd done one for Hibs with like the marathon bet one, because we'd done it and fucked around with it, because you might as well have a laugh with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Some people get so pedantic, don't they, about like what you're doing on the pitch and stuff. Just have a fucking bit of fun with it.
You like it in Scotland?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Do you know, he's like, because I've been on the border and I'd like kind of know quite a lot about it because of being Carlisle. We're literally like fucking hop.
So you get to fucking night time, can't you, from Carlisle
Yeah, so I
to
mean,
Scotland?
hop, skip and a jump when you're over the fucking border. So because I knew quite a lot about it and I knew the history and stuff and I knew kind of the dynamics of it all. And one thing I didn't realise is how big it actually are, the teams, when you go up there, like in terms of Hibs, Hearts, how big they are.
That rivalry as well.
Yeah, and like the whole thing about it. I kind of knew a little
You
bit.
thought it was
Because
just basically Rangers Celtic.
well, you knew there was other ones there, because when we were growing up, it was quite an established league. When Aberdeen like were doing stuff in Europe, and not, I mean, Hibs and Hearts were kind of around. There were decent games. Obviously, we used to see a lot of them on our TV because it's streaming the ground of Scottish football and stuff. So you used to watch games there. So, but I kind of went because Lenny rang me and said, "Look, come and give me a year and just come and have some fun." And like, basically went up there and absolutely loved it. It was a great club, absolute great club. I can't speak out. When you get impressed, you walk up there, the training ground, what they've got up there, the facilities, the ground and stuff. And every week we had like 3,000 fans away games coming with us, and 19,000 there all the time. And then
Scored in the derby.
scoring the derby, yeah, we battered them the first game. It was so shit. 0-0 it was. We absolutely battered them at their place, and then we like. It was funny because I went to we were talking about David Gray. Obviously, he scored the winner to win them like the Scottish Cup for the first time in 100 odd years, and when I signed there, they just brought out a movie of it and basically done the whole thing and stuff, and I went to watch the movie because we all had to go and stuff, and they done like Sunshine on Leaf, and I was like, fucking hell, that was phenomenal at the end watching them do it. And I was like, hopefully at some point this year we'll be able to like re-see that. Do you know what I mean? We played them on a Wednesday night, we beat them 3-1, and like the lights were on, these fucking Sunshine and Leaf getting blasted, and you think, wow, this is like fucking one of the highlights of a career. One of the highlights of a career, actually standing there. Yeah. Standing in there on that night, hearing them singing Sunshine and Leaf. No, it's always better when the floodlights are on, innit?
Yeah.
So the floodlights are on, it was dark, and they're just in there, just fucking bellowing this song, and you're thinking, wow, what a great club this could be, obviously, in terms of... Same thing with the Scottish League, it pisses me off a little bit, because they always go, oh, it'd be great if Rangers and Celtic got in the league here. Well, it'd be great if you put Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen in. They're getting 25,000 each every single week.
Yeah.
There's many millionaires in. So when Hibs done the parade, there was 120,000 people on the streets of Edinburgh. And you're like, fucking put them in the league. Do you know what I mean? It's exactly the same thing. If you give them the finances, they'd be all up there. And that's why it's crazy. But in terms of, I can see why it gets a bad rep, because the way it's so structured, there's no money up there.
It must be a fucking tour going to what's the one right at top? Inverness. That must be like...
Well, Ross County's further, I think, isn't it? Is Ross further?
Yeah, similar.
That must be like the equivalent of the old fucking Plymouth away for down here,
Yeah.
it? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go Plymouth away.
The worst I done was I done Dundee United to Norwich in the car after the game.
Fucking hell, I bet kids were just getting in from school, weren't
That's
they?
the worst thing I've done.
Jesus.
That was the longest one I've done. Literally, we'd done it on a Saturday, and literally I'd went the full length all the way back.
So did you come back down here?
Everything, yeah.
Your family come back down?
They lived
to
here,
Norwich?
so they lived here, yeah. So
even though you've been at Wigan.
yeah. So when I snapped my ACL at Wigan, so basically, Malky Mackay took over at Wigan. Rosner got
here
the
we
sack.
go. He's
Hang on.
number 4. He's definitely number 4.
Let's finish. So
I forgot about Malky.
yeah. So Malky had took over at Wigan. And I was at Huddersfield at the time with Chris Powell, and he was trying to get me back for 2 weeks. Come on, I want him back. And they're like, no, we've got him, kind of thing. So I'd played, my last game was Boxing Day. So Powell pulled me in on the thing. I said, look, would you mind if I leave you out, because obviously you're going back to Wigan, I want to try the other boys. I said, look, it's fine, I'm going back. He said, yeah. So anyway, I get a phone call Christmas morning, change my mind, you're playing tomorrow. Oh, no worries, Gaffer, thanks
Bastards,
very much.
fuck it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Don't put as many roast changes in, love.
Do us a favour, put them back in the fridge and we'll be alright. And he pulled me in and literally played the game, didn't I? Fucking Rotherham, and I snapped my ACL after 46 minutes, done my ACL. And I limped back into Wigan, which summed up the whole thing of it.
Your time there.
Yeah, basically it was like that summed up the whole fucking thing. So I had 9 months of basically, 12 months of getting back from the knee. And you kind of think, is this me? I'm done. Do you know what I mean? I kind of thought I was fucked. So we ended up moving the family back to Norwich, because I've been doing like a few ambassador stuff. So I've been coming down quite a bit. So I was like, why don't we move back down there? Because the kids only ever knew here. So we ended up moving back down here. So when I snapped my knee, when we moved back down here, I just commuted from wherever I was. But probably took me till Hibs to actually felt like a proper football again.
Yeah.
Because I'd done a stint at Rochdale. Yeah. Hilly took me back up there for 2-3 months at the end of the season and helped them out. And then by the time I got the Hibs, I kind of felt like a footballer. But I just used to drive. So he's fucking brilliant. So knowing you do all your recce and the new club, they're interested. So I was like, perfect. So I've done all my recce. So a flight from Norwich goes straight to Edinburgh. Perfect. Saturday night there's a flight comes back. I was like, excellent, sorted all. Ryanair could take me to Stansted. So I've done all my map. Don't worry, love, I'll be back at this time. That goes over there and this is what it's going to do. And so I booked all these flights up until, and he's working perfectly. And then I was flying back up there and it's brilliant. I had a flat up in Edinburgh. And I went online. I was like, all right, I better book the next batch of these fucking flights. I'm fucking searching. Oh, it must be full. Week after. Oh, no, it's full. Week after full. So fucking, I was like, where the fuck's his flight gone? Rang him up. Oh no, we only do that as a seasonal flight. We're not there anymore. I was like, you're fucking killing me. I was like, literally cancelled the whole flight. So I was like, I couldn't get, put them back on. I was like, oh my god. So on a Saturday night, I couldn't get a flight for love nor money. I could not get a flight. So I had to literally every Saturday I had to drive all the way home. So I was in the end, it was coming like all the way back driving, and then they weren't getting the best of us there. I was driving Saturday, staying here. And then Lenny was having me in the Monday, even though the old, you get Mondays off.
Oh,
that old one. So it lasted about a month and a half, 2 months. And I went in and said, right, this needs to stop. I'm having every Monday off without fail. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Then I'll stay up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, play the game and fuck off. As soon as I'd done that, it was the best thing I've ever done. Yeah. So then I just used to drive back. But you just do the same when you're 5:30 game. Listen to that one. Listen to the shit people ringing in the phone-ins telling you that fucking he's the best player that
you never think about the old, right, I'll tell you what, I'll train at Norwich Tuesday, I'll see you Thursday. That would have been the one, wouldn't it?
I took them. But it was like do you know, it was like you can't, I couldn't fathom how good it was going to be to actually got there, and I absolutely loved it. And then I said I'd have stayed another year, but basically the club kind of took it out of my hands, and Lenny said he was trying to sign me, and they went, no, we don't really want you for another year, which was a bit bizarre really, when we just got to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup and I'd scored against Hearts at Hampden, Aberdeen at Hand and stuff, and you thought, well, there could be a chance, but it was fucking brilliant. I remember the stick used to get that Edinburgh Derby week. Fucking couldn't move out the door.
What, leading up to it?
Couldn't move out the door. You fucking, you hippie bastard. You fucking, you break your legs another weekend and this and you're fucking shit. Oh my God, the abuse. They never used to get the odd looks. I remember meeting my mates. So my mates booked the hotel they came up for a game and they booked it like the other side of Edinburgh. So we played the game, and anyway, I'd like, where are you? Oh, we're in this booze at whatever it was. So I was like, right, I'll see you. So I've literally walked in the booze, I sat down with, what do you want? I'm on my way now. I'll get us a whatever it was, Samagal or whatever. So we're sitting there, and literally had a pint like that, and put the pint down. My mate went, right, no around. Then my mate walked up to the bar, and the barman went to him, hey, you big man, you better tell your pal it's about time he fucked off, because in about 20 minutes time this is a Hearts pub and he's going to get his fucking self filled in. And we went, oh, we'll leave then put him back in, we'll fuck off.
You think he would have genuinely got filled in as
oh
well?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, because it was their side
Surely
of like
not.
Right.
Yeah,
not filled in,
yeah,
maybe a bit.
It was their side of like, I'd gone the wrong side of the divide, do you know what I mean? So I was in
wrong
the big
side of the river,
in the big Hearts side. Yeah.
Oh.
It's fucking. I remember going to the Derby the first time, and we're driving along. I was with John McGinn. So I used to, for the last month when I lived there, I shared a flat with John McGinn. So
that guy was at Villa now?
Yeah, he's at Villa, yeah. Fucking great guy. The meatball head. You've seen him run yet? I'll tell you yet. But he runs out, he goes, oh, hang on. Looks like fucking thing. I used to kid him all the time, but what a great guy.
Meatball.
Yeah, so we used to so I lived with John, so we're driving to this game, so I'm in with John, and anyway, as we're going along, bear in mind it was like 12 kick-off, we're going along, we had to drive from our side to their side, and we hotel and then bus in. As we're walking along, like, first set, I was like, pub, all Hibs fans, go on, McGinn! Like, cans outside, because the pub wasn't open, absolute steam, I'm thinking, fucking hell, they're going to be a bit rowdy today. Next pub, exactly the same. Next pub, we stop the lights. All the Hibs fans are on John's car. Go on, McGinn, super John, McGinn. And he's like, I was shouting me, fucking smash them today. This, that, and the other. And you're thinking, wow, you're thinking like I've been in a couple of dives, but you can't really see it.
This will be like 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, 9:30, 10 in the morning. Yeah, and literally they came in, and my brother came to the game, and he parked right outside. I got him a parking space right outside. I said, "Oh, put him in there because I'm going to go back with him to Carlisle afterwards." Yeah, no bother. So he's pulled in the drive anyway. So I'm like, come out the game. I'm out the game afterwards. Come out the game. It was 0-0 at there a bit. I'm stood there like, ring me brother, no answer. Where the fuck is he? Ring, no, and you just want to get home, don't you? After the game, you just want to get out. Where the fuck is he? Next time I ring him, where are you? Where am I? I'm near fucking Edinburgh Station. I was like, why? He went, they fucking marched me out with the Hibs fans. I wasn't allowed to turn right. So he got marched all the fucking way, like literally to Edinburgh Station. He had to turn around, then fucking walk all the way back to me on the other side.
I don't want my car. The car's literally.
I
can see the car's in car park.
He said he was saying, I'm meeting Grant Holt over there. I Cosh, and I Cosh you are. Yeah. He said, he's like, yeah, no, but keep moving. Took him all the end. Yeah, to fucking. I'm like stood, but I'm now still outside. The Hearts thing, the fucking bus has gone, hasn't it? They've all left. I'm fucking stood outside this thing thinking I'm going to get fucking filled in here outside this thing. Fucking brilliant. Well, it's good, but it's a good way to kind of, not the end, but it was a good way to like sign off with
having a shit couple of years before at Wigan and that.
Just nice to really go back and play and say, right, we've done that, we've done the derby, we had a good run. Not me, we ended up winning the league and stuff, so it was good to like it kind of not end on a high, but it kind of was, because by the time I came back, I'd done Kingsley and then went to Barrow as a player coach. But I only went to Barrow predominantly to be a coach, and it was more I ended up playing because we had injuries and stuff down there. But I kind of knew after Hibs, I was kind of ready to go down that coach and player coach kind of thing, and that was me.
Is that what you do now then?
Yeah, so I said I do all the TV, I do the coaching. I've got to do a bit of private school here. I still muck about for Wroxham with like Simon Lappin and Adam Jury and stuff, just to keep me hand in, just to keep fit. But I enjoy it. Like I was talking before, I don't miss all that stuff. I don't know. I kind of weaned myself down. We've seen all the shit, and you've done all the rubbish, and you've seen what it's like, the bad side that no one ever hears about. Do you know what I mean? I just knew I had enough. I'd had enough of travelling. I get to see the best feeling ever, Christmas Day, when you don't have the fixtures come out. You don't have to look at who you got Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year and all that. And it was nice just to sit back and relax, and I can drop in and watch this. And the club's been brilliant. I said I can go and watch the first team when I want. Train with do the kids whenever I want, so it's pretty good.
Plus you're getting your match day buzz, aren't you, from the wrestling, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean,
so gives us more franchise to do different stuff.
I think we need to get a Cressy, Sedge, Parkin, Holt tag team match going.
Fucking hell, I still can't get a game.
You need a manager. Still on the bench. You can get a manager. What was the one with the little mouth from the south? Jimmy Hart? No,
you can be Paul Bearer, mate. You just fetch my burger in like that.
Get him back up. He's a burger. Little walk in the corner. I get his Chinese ready.
What an absolute fucking arsehole.
I can't believe.
You didn't have many wrestling matches, did you?
Yeah, well, I can do.
Yeah.
All right, pal.
I don't want to leave you out.
Chuck him in. That'd be a special under the Cosh, wouldn't it?
I just put
Wrestling special.
Just put the regulars in.
Let's put them out as well. Let's have a wrestle. Come on, get off.
Let's have a tear up.
Football in the morning, wrestle in the afternoon. Oh, man.
And the book's been out for a bit. Has it done all right?
Yeah, the club's pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I had no intention of doing it whatsoever. People asked me before, and I was like, no, I'm not really interested. And then I kind of said, I'll do it when I finish. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not really bothered. And then the club came and said, look, we want to do it. And it's a little bit like, well, they're a big part of the journey. They've kind of looked after me, give me ambassador and coach and stuff. I was like, well, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. And
you enjoy reliving it all and going through that process.
You enjoy it, and then you get annoyed again, don't you? Because you start putting all the shit managing and things that annoy you. Do you know what I mean? But I wanted to have fun with it. I didn't want it to be a one about nights out and. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally opposite to mine then, isn't it? Totally odds of football book, innit?
Yeah.
Footballer's book about football, mine's totally opposite.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I put snippets in there and stuff, but I kind of wanted me more to be about the journey and the
You've got the Observer and the Daily Sport over
That's what I mean, yeah. That's it.
The big spread. I've just got the titties, yeah. Come on, yeah.
There we go.
Well, I said I kind of wanted it more of that. I kind of think it's with it being their book, they wanted it more there. But I'm quite happy how it's come out. I think it gives a good detail of what it was to the career itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The shitty little highs and lows of like stupid stuff. Of
If it's anyway, I'm going away in a couple of weeks. If it's anyway,
what do you want to sleep?
Yeah,
a couple of early nights. Fucking hell, it's not my book. The club wanted, so it's all right. You have to speak to them.
I'll have to go in. Holt said I can take a book. You're all right. It's an up in
and a shirt, double XL.
I'll wear it. I'll get one. I'll be sat on my sun lounge and I'll have the Norwich shirt on reading the book.
Get a Holt 9 on the back. It's mad when you go back and you relive it, when you actually see the detail of what it went in. Do you know what I mean? I talk about like when I was working in the factory, you'd sit on the stack and I get a phone call off Sheffield Wednesday and oversigning and I'm fucking sitting on a forklift trough and you're sitting there thinking, fucking hell, like.
You think it was another Swansea wine?
Kid
from Swansea wine,
you know Chris Turner person, yeah. But it's just fucking bizarre. Like when you go back through it, like some of the
just resign there and then.
I went to my mate and said, just to let you know, I'm going to. No, I actually tell you a story. So we the factory actually do like a inter club like match. So you'll play like Northern Foods, go and play like Sheffield, and we got to the final of this football. This is how thick I am anyway. So we play the game, and so we're now in the final against a team from Sheffield. So like I knew we had this game coming up, and then kind of just about the time for Sheffield Wednesday on the Monday, and there's like, we've got a game on Friday, got the fucking final of the thing, and I'm like, I know, but I'm Sheffield Wednesday, I'm signing on Monday. But we've got the final. Like,
Northern Foods.
And
Northern Foods, man.
Half of my mates and my brother's mates worked on the other shift, and half of my mates and that worked on my shift. So anytime I need off from football, that someone does swap, so I maybe go like 6 to 2 and then go and do the game, and then I'll be back at 2 to 10. So they just let me off all the time. Say, we could do with you for the final. So I'm like, fucking, I've just told them I'm going to Sheffield Wednesday. Like, we could do with you for the final. So I'm like, now in my head, I'm thinking Wednesday, I'm not going to let these down there. Thursday, Friday, right? Fuck it, I'll play in the game. So I drove down playing the game at Sheffield. So I literally played the game, and in the middle of the game, so we're having the game going, I've got to half time, and they're like, fucking hell, he's a good player, isn't he? Like 4-0 up or whatever, he's fucking good player, him fucking should be playing. How's he with you working? He's like, well, the unbelievable. I mean, one of my mates was like, I don't really want to say, but he's signed for Sheffield Wednesday on Monday. And they're like, fucking Sheffield Wednesday, and then like, yeah. So he's like, and they're like thinking. So you could see the team were talking now over there, and they're all fucking whispering. So I said to me, what the fuck are these? Oh, I've just told him you signed for Sheffield Wednesday on fucking Monday. I was like, well, are they all Wednesday fans? Like, and he's like, well, I don't fucking know. I'm not fucking. I don't know next to me. I was like, what if there's a few Sheffield United fans in there and they keep the shit on me? Oh, I didn't even fucking think about it. He's like, oh, score 2 more and I'll take you off. So played the game, won the game anyway. I'm talking to the bar afterwards and this, that, and the other, and so fucking. So I went down, signed on say the Monday. The following week, I've walking down to the game, full suit, club suit. I'm playing the game, warming up now. So I'm in the as I'm going along warming up, there's fucking 5 lads from the bar. Hey, he wasn't fucking joking, was he? So you signed. I was like, he said, I was telling the guy who owned the club that you played on the Friday and you signed for us on Monday. I was like, oh, fucking thanks for that. You fucking I was like, it's fucking so bizarre, so bizarre. But it's just like you couldn't have writ it like playing the thing before. But fucking this guy was buzzing. He's like, oh, look at me tattoo, like, all right, mate. He was like, yeah, good tattoo, that's pal. Fucking just fucking nuts. It's like all them silly little stupid shitty things all the way through. Like I talk in the book about where I went to like Exeter. I played a game for Rochdale for Barrow on the Tuesday night. Literally played the game on the Tuesday night against Hyde. Finished at like 10:30. Fucking drove all the way down to Exeter. Played the trial game. Played well in the game. Scored in the game. Done fucking really well. Drove all the way back up. And then next morning I was at work 6 to 2, fucking factory, checked in and all that, and as you do, finished 2 o'clock, went home, fucking knocked on the TV, Sky Sports News, yellow bar, Exeter manager sacked. I was like, oh fucking hell, that's something like fucking. That just summed like the whole life up of like what was happening. And I was like, nah, that's me, I'm finished with football, I can't be arsed with it. And there's a point where I got the point at Barrow where I thought, fuck it, that's me done. Like after that Exeter thing.
First time at Barrow.
Well, when I'd done the exit before I got the Sheffield Wednesday move, I was like, that's me done. I can't be asked going to trials. I've fucking had enough of this shit, and I'm just happy to play non-league now. I actually said to Barrow, if anyone comes in on for me to go on trial, I just tell them I'm not interested. And they're like, well, you can't. I was like, no, I'm happy I'll work in this and the other. I'd fucked it off, and then I don't know if that was maybe I got the move to Sheffield Wednesday because I basically stopped chasing that dream. I just kind of thought, fuck it, I just want to play football for fun. Yeah. A few weeks later, fucking 3 months later, then I signed for Sheffield Wednesday, which is which is bizarre, really.
Some story, that, mate.
So how can people get the book if they want to buy the book? Do they have to?
I think it's on norwichcanaries.co.uk or whatever it is, and I think it's on Waterstones online now. So you can get it there if you're bored or you want you can't struggle to sleep at night, fucking go on and buy it. If you're going on a holiday and you've got nothing else to do, then take it with you.
I'm going to get one out of the club shop, yeah.
You get one?
Yeah, I'll get one.
You can send me one of yours down then, because it sounds like it's...
Well, I'm going to have to fucking buy yours though, aren't I? I'm going to have to buy you.
Times are hard, I've been retired a year now. Can't afford to give everything away, do you know what I mean? Bills are mounting up, money's not coming in one way, going out the other one.
Well, cheers, mate.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
We've travelled some distance today, haven't we, for this?
Yeah.
You've done well, to be fair. It is a trek. There's no easy way of getting here and getting out, is there, to be honest?
It's a bad drive, innit, from the north.
Yeah, it's a long old way down, especially if you come on the windy roads of death all the way down.
Yeah.
Well, no, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
If you've got a number as well, I think he's interested in coming out of retirement. Now he's heard Northern Foods have got a team.
Jesus Christ. They're playing Sheffield, you say? I can do that, no bother.
Paying Barnes out.
Just pay me in that. Yeah. As many ready-made meals as you can for the year.
Just pay me in frozen lasagnas.
Well, cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us. Cheers.